and salutations to all. I am Menjeti Bauture, once again, your host this shadow hour for the Summer Solstice Full Strawberry / Fennel Moon live 3-day reading series for 2021 and 22 June 2024. Our moderator is Nanya Hare, and we begin with the reading of our pledge. Begin all acts, breathing, and thinking by saying Kalum / Awe by way of the infinity flame of the dwellers enthroned in the flower of fire. By way of a universal traveler, dweller-emperor, (space), Samhu Amini-Re, quote, Adeloyi, end quote. Zen Uru, (space), smiley face. The pledge of the Imperial and Imperial Royal flags for the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, small s, full colon. As I stand beneath our sacred Imperial and Imperial Royal flags, I vow loyalty and obedience as I watch them fly. To the imperial laws of our Imperial and Imperial Constitution that governs our Imperial and Imperial Royal Empire. To this cause, I hold my head up high. With honor, I pledge to protect and defend all within the Imperial and Imperial Royal Kingdom, both family and friend, ! To ensure that all have their equal rights, to this cause, I will lay down my very life. As I stand beneath our sacred Imperial and Imperial Royal and national flags, I vow loyalty, sincerity, and integrity with zeal. As I will, so mote it be. Chant the enchantment, and it is done. Chant the enchantment, and it is done. Chant the enchantment, and it is done. Ashe, so be it. So it is. It definitely shall be. Quote, Zen Uru, and power we shall have. End quote. Thank you. Yeesh. Smiley face. Know thyself. Underscore. Smiley face. Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, small s, full colon. Quote, the oldest independent, autonomous / autochthon empire / kingdom on earth, end quote. Imperial Imhotep University in Namash language, Imperial Imhotep University, Strawberry / Fennel Full Moon IIEHU broadcast, 1700 in parentheses 5 p.m. 2021 and 22 June 2024. First year, third month in parentheses month for the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, small s. Gratitude. All right. The Sovereign Imperial Royal Empire presents the incarnation of Samhu Amini-Re on Ta-Mother Earth as his Imperial Majesty, full colon, in parentheses, all cap, H.E.M. full colon, who decrees and grants limited delegated authority to all nominationals, non-executive directors, in parentheses, NEDs, all cap, and non-directors, in parentheses, NDs, all cap, who are skilled and qualified to operate a sovereign republic state jurisdiction. The purpose is to implement and advance the modalities of sovereign governance, commerce, and cultural variations for the properly formed and operational sovereign republic state, pursuant to the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, small s, in parentheses, ECMYE-IRKR, all cap. Today, we continue to showcase our Nama national culture in harmony with the Namash compass and the strawberry/fennel moon. Sit back, absorb, and enjoy the ride. Yeesh! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation. Yesterday, the emperor gave a.
Go back one.
All right. Salam alaikum, emperor.
Hey. Salam alaikum, magic.
Salam alaikum, magic emperor.
Salam alaikum.
Okay.
Salam alaikum, magic.
Hey, salam alaikum, magic, everybody.
Salam
All right,
alaikum.
so here when it says who decrees and grants, okay, you wanna address that issue right there.
Okay, emperor, of course.
I mean, they gotta understand it, what you're saying here, okay? All right. You know who Nama Nationals is, right? You got that part?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got non-executive directors. Okay. So when citizens of another nation hear this, they don't understand exactly what you're saying. So we keep reading it, so we have to give them a little understanding to get understanding, right?
Indeed, emperor.
All right. So when you say non-executive directors, talk to me.
Non-executive directors are what the emperor would allow through his delegated authority to be in positions to kind of direct Nama to head whatever department that they are head of, to give them expertise, information to proceed in running the state. So they would be considered NEDs, non-executive directors, in that.
Sure now. All right, y'all gonna help them out? I'm still wet.
No.
Anybody gonna help you out? Don't leave you hanging.
Salam alaikum, magic. Non-NEDs are non-executive directors are those would have expertise that are not nationalized under the government. They are independent contractors that have, again, expertise or particular talents that are required to move the ship. So as we continue to formulate our roles and responsibilities, many people on the ship do not have the talent or the skills required to move the ship, so that the emperor will be having a job board, executive professional board, farming out many of the roles and responsibilities needed to move the ship. I yield.
Gratitude, and that was the emperor.
All right. Any more?
I got more help with my nominationals? I know I do. I heard one about to step up. Another one.
As an NED, a person has not only the privilege, capacity to instruct Nama as shape and move the ship, but it also is another option for someone, if they so choose, to become a permanent passenger on the ship, or near permanent, because anyone can be sent home.
That's not true.
Okay.
You take it off the road.
I yield.
He going up. He throw a life jacket to save him. He had it mooring. All right, now check this out. Now y'all know what Now, non-executive directors mean exactly what the Imperial Minister mentioned a while ago, Mama Carre. But you gotta go a little deeper than that, okay? So when people looking at this, they gotta understand when we say non-executive directors, meaning you're a CEO of a corporation or a bank, you feel me, or
Mhm.
judge in the courts, okay? You have qualifications and, and you have worked in these departments, and now you can come over here and apply as a non-executive, where I've been a nominational, to sit in the judicial administration, security, basically anything where we at right now. When you're looking at the executive offices, you talking about a central bank governor of a central bank. You talking about a head of a international bank. You're talking about controller for your certain currency that got to get printed. You're talking about secretariats that can come in and sit in diplomatic positions. We have so many that they can come in and do the job as a non-executive director, where they have the leadership. They already got the qualifications. They're just not nationalized. But as Nick Kessler was saying a while ago, not leave them hanging, they will qualify, can also qualify to want to be on the passenger, as he say, on the ship, but be a nominational. There's no deboarding the ship once you nationalize. It's just a contract with the non-executive directors, or when that contract ends, whether it's 1 year, 2 year, 3 year contract, and then they don't choose to be nominatized or nominationals, and they want to go back out in the real world, fine, that contract is over. So that's not, that's just contract agreement that we go over with non-executive directors for their position. Non-directors, they're like, you seem like a bank and all them. I'm sorry, excuse me, I had the light off. A bank and all them, and they got like secretaries, feel me? Sit in these positions to run these orders, banks, organizations, offices, and all that. Them non-directors, okay?
Mhm.
That's what we're talking about on that end, okay? That's why I said who are skilled and qualified. So you got to look at what a sovereign republic state is, okay?
Yes.
Or jurisdiction, okay? Well, when you look at the state of Georgia, right?
Mhm.
Look how many offices you got. You got governor, attorney general, secretary of state, judicial system, administration, court, and you got all that, see? You got all that. Well, that's what you got. You just got to finish creating it. You can't get it all at one time. If you could, if you had everybody who understood how to run a state, because we ain't out there arguing about no nationality or anything. We ain't arguing about nothing. It's about just running your state. So when you look at any of the 50 states in the United States, okay, if they got a bank, we got a bank. If they got a hospital, you got a hospital. If they got a judicial system, you got a judicial system. They got a recording service, you got a recording service. You feel me? You don't need their permission to authenticate your documents. It's already been, you already got a full faith and credit. So now you got to come in now and run a state, just like they run a state. Negotiate with whoever, whatever country you need, create your own currency, everything. That's where we at now. So that's what it means here when it says skilled and qualified to operate a sovereign public state jurisdiction. Same thing you're doing over there. It's a sovereign republic over here. You a democracy or corporation over there, okay? And you are a citizen of the state you reside in, which is part of the United States of America. And then you got naturalized, y'all neutralized. So you got a citizenship over there, okay? So that's what you're talking about here, okay? And it tell you right here, the purpose is to implement and advance the modalities of sovereign governance. That's what you're doing, sovereign governance. You never had that. You had a democracy government. You became a Republican or a Democrat or independent that they out there debating about right now, voting and stuff. But you ain't never heard about sovereign governance. But there ain't no sovereign governance on the land. You starting to get it?
Yeah.
So within that sovereign governance, you got commerce, of course. You got cultural variations, of course. Okay, because you coming from a whole different view. So you got all these people claiming they got a culture, all that, they ain't got no venue. We got a whole sovereign state republic venue, see? Then it says for republic form and operation, sovereign republic state pursuant to the imperial seal, that's IRK republic, for the country of United States, that state small s, which is acronym ECMYE-IRKR or CAP, feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it kind of confuses some people. They say, well, I thought I was part of the United States of America, where you might be.
Right.
You know, you from the United States. If you want to say of America, that's fine. Okay. But it says right there, the country. So when they say, what country are you from? You can't answer. You can say, I'm a citizen of the United States of America. That ain't no country.
Right.
That's democracy. So when you come along, you have a country of United States, not of the. A lot of people like putting that the in there. Ain't no the there. You see? It's a country of United States, that state. So you got a lot of them crazies out there. We didn't call their names today. We might not, you know me. But anyway, full moon, anything happens. That they ain't never heard that word before. They ain't never seen it. They don't know where it came from. You feel me?
Right.
Because you only heard United States of America. I'm from Georgia. I'm from Alabama. I'm from New York. I'm from all that bull crap. You feel me? You know, that's all they hear. Then you coming out saying you got a hemp period saying like that's IRK Republic. United States is not a republic, got a Republican Party, but they're not a republic. Okay, that makes sense to you.
It does.
So, all right. So each month we have been showcasing our national culture. You feel me? And now you got a conference coming in, and you got all the other stuff coming in. So we're constantly in a developing stage. It's just y'all growing up, elevating to come in and take over the sovereign governance of the sovereign public state with authority, where you got oath of office, just like a non-executive director will have to take oath of office. You feel me?
Yeah.
Not all non-directors, maybe, I don't think so. But, to get the job done. So if they got skills qualified to run a bank, you feel me? They got skills qualified to run a court, you feel me? They got skills qualified to run a National Guard, or militia, ain't no problem. We're organic and we have a lot of things down right now, but you see everything is elevating as we get better, better, better. We leave it like that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
All right.
Salam alaikum with Magic Emperor. Just on the vein of what we're speaking about, non-directors and NEDs, NDs, how would someone from the outside apply, or how would we advertise potential positions for our
Oh, that's what y'all doing now on the
Okay.
diplomacy level.
Mhm.
The job that y'all got so far
Mhm.
that you're working on right now. As far as putting it out there, well, right here it's more so they coming to us
Mhm.
to show us what they got, and we go from there. You feel me?
Right.
In the very near future, you're gonna have certain I forgot that company we used to use, but they advertise jobs for positions. What's the name of that company?
LinkedIn.
There you go. Well, you go on LinkedIn like that and you putting in jobs that you got open right now.
Right. Yeah.
And you see, so then you would
Yeah.
use that as one
Platform.
of your,
Mhm.
one of your what? What you say?
Yeah, platform to tender.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, the advertise what you look for.
advertise. That's right.
And
That's
the
right.
skills, so that's just one on Lincoln.
Right,
But
right.
that's coming down the road. But right now you got certain positions that y'all had created so that you got a job.
Mhm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So you got a job, and because everybody, all of y'all got a job in diplomacy.
Mhm.
So you just, moving the ship at this day and time.
Right.
So that's what that means on that level. That makes sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense, Emperor. I guess when you mentioned about for people that live in America and hearing that there is a country called Country of United Spaced States, ECMY, that it doesn't really compute. Can you clarify when it says Country of United States, small s?
But that's the original.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a good question too. For this day and time. Got a lot of Moorish groups out there
Mhm.
who want to attach themselves back to the red flag, green star.
Right.
When Drew Ali did it back in 20s, Morocco had France on that flag. Remember?
Right.
If you go back and check. So France was like the overseers of the Moroccan Empire.
Mhm.
All going back to when? Treaty of September 16th.
Right.
Why? Because they took the 50-year wonder out of the treaty, and to control Morocco, France was helping America out because they part and parcel of the Demasson rule
Right.
with the Amur Watchtower Amur deduct the Maya sovereign state and jurisdiction. You feel me? So when they kidnapped or stole the vizier chair of the Emperor of Morocco in the 1700s, and Georgia and the boys got it in 4th March 1789, 1791. 4 March 1791, yeah. All right, when they got that, okay, well, they got control over your property here, okay, with the original 9 colonies and then 13, which grew to 50 now, all on your Washita land.
Right.
Okay. So the hidery, the sovereign country, where they docked it over in the Kingdom of Morocco under the embassy, is where the country of United States is domiciled. Because the land over here through the treaty and on Adam Onis Treaty, when Spain gave the United States the right to commercialize their citizen. I'll leave it at that one, right? 1819, I believe. Okay, you have right to operate a corporation. You have no right to operate a sovereign or republic. You feel me? So that country was sitting in an embassy, but the land over here was operated by the corporation through DC and the 10 miles around DC. And then the states came in to form the federal government. If y'all go back to the Pope's level. And now you should understand that. Well, I ain't gonna say the motu proprio. 95% of you ain't never understood it. Anything about it anyway. But the civil orders he wrote the next year, I think some of you got a pretty understanding on that. That goes back into that civil order when it says the military position is to oversee the United States of America, major parentheses, and the American state citizens. You they classify themselves as a United States citizen. So they have a different citizenship under the corporation constitution of the United States. See, so you don't have the country, you got a corporation over here, and you apply to be a part of a corporation, and you get them control of your corporation through UCC 3-419 by accommodation, by signing over the birth certificate to the state.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So that's the core United States of America. The country of the United States of America is what we own as non-nationals, aka American state citizens, aka OMAC Kingdom nationals. Starting to get it?
Yep.
All the way back to 4. That
Yeah.
makes sense to you.
Mhm. You mentioned that the embassy was not in this country of America, but you said it was somewhere
It's in the
else.
kingdom.
How is it?
It's in the
Sir?
kingdom. This is
kingdom.
Al-Marak here. They call this is considered Al-Marak, like
Yeah.
America.
Right.
All right. The kingdom of Morocco was an outpost when the emperor was here.
Okay.
Okay. So when they stole your privileges in 1791, white privileges they claim. Well, the country couldn't be here no more because they put everything you got under the White House. You got the whole country under the White House. They've been sitting on it. When our bishop went down there to get that piece, when the empress went down there to get that piece to get her land back, they brought word they were 6 stories down of your story, all your story. That's real time. You feel me? So they weren't dealing with the public, see? So the country was in the kingdom, but it was docked under the embassy. Only a sovereign, who I am, is able to come and take it from the embassy because of supreme authority, absolute authority, and now you bring it back under your proper venue, and now your venue is what? Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic. You see? For the country of the United States, okay? See, so you come in over everybody. So can't nobody come in, you feel me, and claim they're part of the country of the United States. It don't exist. You don't want to make it exist because you got authority to make it exist. No one of them ling along die you must organizations out there, the Moorish organizations out there, they can't touch it. Because why? Because they ain't got no stake no damn way.
Yeah.
They got a ling along die you must organization.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You know?
That's a very I mean what you're explaining, Emperor, is it's very, very strange, if I might say so. This is the first time I've heard you express it, maybe earlier, maybe last year. It's very strange. And how does a normal everyday citizen get used to that notion that
Well, that's why you don't deal with everyday citizens.
yeah.
You see, because they not part of your no state sit in the seat of no state.
Yeah, that's right.
So that you can't sit in on other citizens.
Sure.
So even though we foreign national own country, we live and dancing with
Right.
these neutralized citizens of America. But you have more jurisdiction over them and the land. You just stepping on the scene and moving your ship the way you see fit. And it's a big ship. That's why Obama said what? It's cruise ship. Now speedboat. You feel me? So now you see the cruise ship is as you say, boarding. Ready to pull that anchor up. You feel me? All right. So I see what we got. We got a question?
We have a question from the YouTube from Dora Anki. What is a visier and where is the visier's seat?
Well, when you're going into Moorish doctrine, one of the titles or noble title is visier or visier, which I have visiers. Okay.
Right.
We have that. I've been having visier. See, got a seal for it. These is like your seers who I consult with at my emperor seat, and they visiers, you know, like for instance, y'all know old man, I call him, right? You feel me? He will be skilled a vizier, okay? But viziers only exist because the authority that comes from the sovereign, in which is delegated down to them to be a vizier or vizier. Okay, so we have different levels in the Moorish doctrine of vizier, and you got people out on the market claiming to be viziers now because they don't found our definition, but we had it on our documents since 07. Vizier, I think Best became the first one, I believe, back in the day. So it sits under that title. When you look at the way our structure is, whoever asks question, they haven't seen our structure the way
Right.
the royal houses sit. But we have a house of viziers. They can come in and assist the imperial guardian, imperial minister. You feel me? The justices, whoever I choose, they need some of that type of guidance as a overseer to represent the royal house, or whichever royal house they represent.
Right.
That's why they call viziers. Vizier, we got different levels of. But to have that status, you got to have full faith and credit. Let's just be real. They don't need a bush racking around the bush. Because you got a lot of people. You got a lot of organizations out there. Ling Along Die You Must organization that studied through their boards up in Philly, through that teaching the Great Seal and all that. Learned a lot of Moorish old doctrine, noble titles, this and that, Khalifa, viziers, sultans, and all that kind of stuff. And you got people who want to classify themselves with some of these titles. That's cool if your ego decides to go there. But to have a title of nobility without a venue, what I mean by venue, mean you got full faith and credit and you recognize by states, whether you like them or not. United Nations Charter. That's something you got to do, like I had to. Even though I was recognized State Department, who else I had to be recognized by? United Nations Charter, right?
Right.
All right. See, so that's showing you stepping on the scene behind the scene as the absolute royal dash sovereign emperor. You feel me? And they got you registered as His Majesty behind the scene, well, on record, at the State Department, at the United Nations Security Council, and the Charter. You feel me? So whatever we say under our apostolic authority has venue, full faith and credit. So we ain't out there just saying you got a title or nobility and you don't have no venue to operate. When it come down to the red and green flag of Morocco, we got under Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic, we got 100% accountability of the jurisdiction or the wealth, equity of that flag on our venue. But we don't have to fly the flag because we respect our sister country, the Kingdom of Morocco, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's their flag that's recognized on the royal scene. And then the sovereign emperor, let me say the sovereign king over there, who's one of the three of sovereign kings in Africa. A lot of people don't know. He has a gold around that seal, which represents his royal seat, to claim that you got some kind of jurisdiction under that flag and you ain't got no proof. It's just showing you how ignorant African Americans are in America, because that's a national flag of a sovereign state with a king sitting on it. We got all the jurisdiction used. That's what we're doing. You see me using the equity, everything from that jurisdiction of flag. I don't have to fly the flag. We got our own jurisdiction. We got our own flags. You feel me? But through contract and treaty, I got just as much right, or we got just as much right to fly that flag as Morocco do, or the Kingdom of Morocco. On paper, lawful, legally, and administratively. You feel me?
Yes.
But we don't need to get out there and do that.
Yeah.
See? Because it has a constitution, parliament, and all that. And you have Moroccans over here who actually is domiciled on that flag. So why bring confusion to the system? Just show it proper and do it properly. You feel me? That makes sense to you.
And
Yeah.
Everybody out?
yes, Emperor.
Emperor,
Yes.
in
Yes.
relation to the Moors, how do they observe you? Who do they?
Oh,
How do
they jealous as hell, like they always been.
Okay.
20 years dealing with them clowns, man.
Mm,
I never paid no mind because
okay.
listen. When that boy, that Tariq boy came out in the 80s,
Mm,
a lot of them cats took that paperwork and turned it into UCC.
mm,
They weren't teaching nothing about nationality or anything. That board in Philly was talking about it, but they didn't have no venue to do nothing. Now they created what they call a round table and all that kind of shit. Back in the day, gave out a lot of good information
mm,
for those who were seeking that information, but they didn't have no venue to do nothing. Everything they attempted to do was arguing about the rights of the birth certificate and who had authority to offset the debt. The whole system is set up based on birth certificate, and they was coming in using the militia techniques out of Texas from the 70s and 80s, what Archbishop taught me. And then they flipped and put the Moors in there, the Moors doctrine in it. And that's what made it that gumbo jumbo bullshit you got out there now. You feel me? But it can't get you out of the system. Only thing get you out of the system being a foreign national in your own country. That's what we did back in 04, 03. 04 with the State Department. Okay. So you got all them cats out there who've been going around the circle, wearing around, chasing their tail around the circle for 20 years and still ain't figured out. But they want to be martyrs and followers, you know. So I ain't got no problem with that.
Sure.
You know, the dead follow me. So when they go, when that time comes, when that breath short, as I say, linger long, die you must. When death settle in on these rosters or whoever they are, you feel me? They got 78,000 years. So whatever they talking about now don't mean nothing. If you want to follow that crap that's out there, you know, have at it. But you ain't got no venue to do nothing. You can't get out the system. So that's why scared everybody would come to us. What you mean you outside the IRS? IRS, what you talking about? We had nothing to do with IRS. We have nothing to do with England, the Vatican, the office of the President of the United States. We got something to deal with the Pentagon through the guard. That's it. We ain't got nothing to do with nobody. We had our own venue, create your own wealth, everything under your forfeited credit. So you got people out there who don't understand that, and they don't ran at this. Well, we got our forfeited credit, this and that. You don't understand the authority that comes behind, you know, the levels. You got level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 2, everybody get. They go to the State Department. Okay? Level 1 is from State Department of the states. So when I say everybody get number 2, because they ain't got no damn state. So when you go to get your birth certificate authenticated, some of them Moors doing. Don't make no sense. Niggas already a bond. You feel me? So why you gonna get authenticated bond is already a bond? So they show you that crazy thinking out there.
Yeah.
You know, if anything, once you go cash it in at the bank, then it's a bond. You got authenticated from the State Department? I am. But it just, you know, my stuff hurt. That's why people can't see me, because it hurts. Because they wanted Dr. York to do it, Chief Black Eagle, they want that board in. I ain't say Chief Black Eagle properly, but the board in Chicago, that light-skinned brother over there, the brother with the afro over there in Philly, you know, all them cats. The brother who look ill-informed down in Fayetteville, you know,
Right.
all them cats. You know, I just never seen Because all these cats we came along, they want to be models. You feel me?
Right.
You know, and I just never got into that. You know, where you so great, you want somebody to monetize you. Like that brother down in the clan guy. You feel me? That's why we never set straight, because the government is big enough for everybody.
Mm.
So you just don't need followers. You need leaders.
Yeah, exactly.
So everybody say, I'm a leader. But when they show up here, what happened? That's why they see 200 showed up. How many you got now? You feel me? And I said that at the beginning, what, 30, 40 gonna last, remember?
Yeah.
Because they willing, they seeking it, but they really can't study. They stuck in their own ways, belief system, whatever.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
must admit, I must admit, I think it was maybe 2 years ago when you was on that interview with on Revision Radio, and the more what's the name? Taj.
well, I said the brother with Afro. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And you offered him. I mean, the IC chain or something like that. You know. And
Oh yeah, but so see,
he wasn't looking at. He wasn't looking in your face at all. He was looking.
he can't look in my face
I'm thinking,
because if he can go out there and read everybody else's book, but he can't read mine or read what
Yeah.
I've done, and
Yeah.
I get off the position I offered him,
Right.
he could have came in and did it, because we don't need that seat right now.
Yeah. That was then. Yeah.
I was gonna create that seat for him.
Yeah.
I ain't got no need of it.
Yeah.
Right now, that's another state.
That's right.
So he could have, if he was such a master, he could have came into that state. He has the venue. He could have solidified all that shit he's been teaching for 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
And now he got a venue to rule. And you won't have to be out there arguing about none of that bullshit. Arguing about no constitution, none of that crap. I opened the door. See? And it'll never open again. But, you know, that's why I say I only come along once. You miss me, see you on next, see you what? Well, that's a long journey before I see you again. And then by the time that end, I don't want to see you no damn way. You feel me? So you out of existence here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, come on.
No, I was just saying I was very confused. I felt optimistic because I was looking at yourself, Elder.
Well, you got people want to be models. He want to be a model.
Yeah.
He got talk shows. He got talk shows every other Friday. Well, he's talking about nothing to me.
All right.
I heard that shit back in the 80s. He just updated a little bit when the civil order came out, because the government came and shut everybody down over that crap. So they had him listed as paper terrorists. And they were using the system to attempt to get out of court cases. That's all you had from that whole system that he created, the Great Seal system. Because there weren't no drug dealers paying for it. Because the drug dealers made want to getting caught up. So they were paying for that paperwork, changed themselves to a L, then they brought the Nawabian book up there, Nawabian names. That's when I snapped with the brother that was doing it. And I was like, no. You feel me? So so that was done. When the Pope came with the civil order and the motu proprio, the Moorish Americans tried to claim that it was talking about them. The American state says no, it wasn't. You feel me? So because they didn't write it for them, they wrote it for me. So that's why they didn't ever understand it, or to get an understanding, so they can get over that standing. You feel me?
Right.
They just took the understanding and ran with it. Try to create a dollar in currency, all that bull crap. Yeah. Now you got another crew grew out there, changed the flag to a different colors, another red stripe, some shit they got on it, and just the ignorant stuff in the world. And it's so sad because they say they put that stuff out there on the market.
Right.
You can't go out there on the market and copyright or try to copyright or copy claim whatever you attempt to do with a sovereign flag of a foreign country. And that's why I'm saying they look ignorant. And you don't have no treaty rights. You can't show no treaty rights to that flag. Only talk. History. That's the history they talking about is dead. Been dead. The Pope shut that shit down when they gave the terrorists, or they call revolutionaries now, Georgia and the Boers, the privileges, your privileges.
Right.
That story, that's when it's shut. To go back in, because you can do research when anybody can. And come in talking about the Great Seal and all that shit, and the seal, and this with the seal of the Moors and all that on the seal and all that. Okay. That's fine. If that shit ain't put no eggs on your table, you damn sure ain't gonna say you think you know salvation. So it's old history. So you should have came along by now and got your own damn flag that you can stand on like we do, that's recognized over around the world, and get full faith credit like we did, and stop this madness that's out there on the market. But ain't nobody gonna respect them. You feel me? That's why you see me wrote that royal decree. Do what? They say they were trying to attach us to them cults and Muslim sects, remember?
Yep.
And the word was what? Only the emperor could come and straighten it out. That's what I did, right? So that's why we moved on.
That's right.
So all that craziness going on there now, people trying to bring up, ain't got no jurisdiction, ain't got no juice over here.
Right.
I see you came on, Bark out here. What you got?
I was just expressing that's right. Because there's so much crazy. And you straighten it out, Emperor. You straighten it out. Yeesh. Gratitude.
There's a question in the chat from Nanya Great.
Well, make sure that brother who asked about the visier, because they more on to the
Oh.
visier. I ain't gonna give it all up, but ask him that
Okay.
he's satisfied with that question he asked a while ago. You too.
Yeah.
Okay. You good?
Yeah, Nanya Benu, Bar, if you could double check within the YouTube that
All right. So what else we got?
But yeah. So there's a question that asks, Assalamu alaikum, Matt was Emperor. The information, wisdom that you possess is mind blowing. Can you give us a brief overview of how it all came together? I don't know how you want to interpret that.
How it came together. That was a journey.
It's a big,
because there wasn't no books that was written to teach us how to be foreign nationals in our own country.
right.
It was a word that we got there on the market, we had to defend, and you had people run away from you because you couldn't really defend it because there ain't nothing they could go research, they ain't go find. And then the research they did find from generals, them type cats, when they did find out what we had done, the question was, well, how? So the American gave their former slaves diplomatic immunity. So if America gave her former slaves diplomatic immunity, well, that make America give slaves more authority or equal authority than that she has. So that shook a lot of people's foundation, because now you on the same level that you on your diplomacy now. So with my authority that I did when I came through, and the way it happened with me, unbeknown to me, just showing you how the elders were guiding me, and then getting naturalized by the Crown Prince of Washington as double chief, so nobody can steal it, the land. That's where it's at now. Then nationalized the embassy mirror with Chief Black Eagle and the fight though down in Georgia. And both of them been under a sovereign state, and then coming through Dave Wynn Miller with his truthful language to be a sovereign prince of your own state, and then became the crown prince of the embassy government when a moon passed, but became the crown prince of the Washington Nation when the crown prince Ramses Bay passed. You feel me? So I've been the crown prince of Washington since 2004. That's why a lot of people don't know, or some people know, how you think for 1 second that I was able to create the CMYE country when we already had a embassy government via my embassy. So I was only able to create that country because the authority that I ain't heard from the indigenous Washita nation. Okay? That's how powerful that was. Some people say, how you do that? Because that was the authority I had already. And that was behind the scene, not me going out here, getting into interviews, you know, expressing myself like all them other cats I was doing. I was showing out the Crown Prince behind the scene. So now when it's ready for me to step out there on the scene, all my shit is docket. You feel me?
Right.
And it's been docket. Because I've been Crown Prince since 04, since Crown Prince Ramsey Bay died. Well, yeah. Well, 20 days, let me see, 4, yeah. 04, yep. Because that was 22 days after Colin Powell authenticated state based on my authority and who I was. And then 22 days after that's when I did a claim of the life, claim dash of the life. And then our teachings, we copy claim because you're a sovereign. We became postmaster. Okay. And by us having our own state, we copy claim both states. We didn't have to get out and argue with them cats. They want to argue. I was like, for what? Ain't that you can do? You can't be the sovereign prince. My family's the prince. Well, okay, then prove it. You can't be the prince of the Washita. He has an empress of it. Okay, I know about him. Prove it though. You see, and nobody can come prove it. Not to this day. So when they come to me, brother, that's why they go the other way. I remember this sister in Georgia. Since they claim nobody know about me, she had this big meeting about 7 years ago. I'm mad. Yeah, it had to be 7 years ago. Yep, I had to be. She invited, you know, the boy in Fayetteville, the boy in Philly, and a couple more gurus who claimed they had something to this big old meeting. So when I heard about it, was up in Tennessee at the mountain. And that's when I first met her, and she was talking about, you know, she found out who I was. And she was like, well, I ain't never heard of you. I got this meeting going on, and I got all these people showing up. I said, okay, then. I said, okay, check this out. Go let them people know that I'm coming and see how many more gonna come. And she did it, you know, couldn't wait to get back to Atlanta. She did it. When it was time for the meeting, none of them showed up. See? So they can't see they ain't been invited to sit down and break bread with me. They just never show up. When I went to meet the brother in Philadelphia, and a light-skinned brother up in Furcon up in Chicago.
Yeah.
He see me when I got there, all of a sudden he got sick, had to leave the stage. So, and then because my big boy down in one of my big boys down in Atlanta, you know, SEALs and everything, flag, big boy, millionaire boy, they scheduled a meeting, you know, black millionaires. With him coming down to see what we can do. I invited. When I got there, he got sick, right? You see? So them cats can't say they haven't seen me. And, you know, they just, my energy. It's, you know, so see what I came in and did for me to run my state.
Right.
When I came in, I studied Islam, I studied Egyptology, I studied Chief Black Eagle, I studied all of them, Mawata Ashby, all that. Feel me? All of them got that wisdom, good knowledge. But ain't nobody had no state. Couldn't nobody lead that. You couldn't, everything, when you die with you. You feel me? So we came along and did something about that. So you might, you know. That makes sense to you? I'm gonna leave it there.
That makes sense.
All right, we good?
We're good. There's a question in chat. By Zahub, what is the purpose of becoming a postmaster? What's the purpose of becoming?
Well, you gotta, when you go back to the creation of the United States, okay, you notice that the recognition of the emperor, the colonists or Continental Congress, even though they recognized in the treaty, it was still hard for them to get themselves recognized. You feel me? So when it came down to England, well, under the monarchy that they got over there, he came in with Benjamin Franklin as a postmaster. Okay. But Benjamin Franklin had also created a company called the United States of America that was docked in the city of Britain that he created. George Washington was the 10th president of the company called the United States of America that Benjamin Franklin created, which became the new Constitution. That's all they added to it. Constitution of. That's all they did. Well, the Constitution for, they added to it, why they got treaty privilege. So when you go back to the king, he brought Benjamin Franklin in as a postmaster because the post office control everything. That's why you got a post office box in front of your house and you can't move it.
We have big red ones over here.
You feel me? So everything go through the Universal Postal Union. Okay, so he came in during that monarchy and created postmaster, who came in and created the office of the President of the United States. All going back through that authority where they took a corporation, the United States of America Corporation, and then added a constitution to it, and they ran it like an oligarch. And as now you know, in 1871, when they did a reconstruction, and now the military came in and took over. Okay, so going back to that postmaster, you see it says postmaster general. You feel me? So coming through truth language or quantum language, where you had to become a postmaster because the sovereignty of the silver and the sovereignty of the land. So that's why you had to come a quantum postmaster. That makes sense to me. So under Georgie and them boys, Benjamin Franklin, he became postmaster based on the authority that came from the King of England. George. With their grandson over there now named George, you know?
George.
So when his time, if I don't think he's gonna be here that long, but if his time was to come when he had a rule, you feel me? Because I'm here now, but that rule over, okay? He would come in as George the whatever, 4th, 5th, or 6th, you feel me? That's all. So they'd be going right back to the same time that happened in 1700. So he picked up George, same name, feel me? And he'd become whatever the next number is, okay?
They got Louis too, Louis and Charlotte.
It's like me. You see, I got Louis 20th.
That's right.
See, so I just pick up the next line and do it 20th, go all the way back to Louis the First. That's why I ain't heard all of it. That makes sense to you?
Perfect sense.
So that help you out, Postmaster?
Yes, yeah, that help. Yeah,
That's enough for you?
Yeah.
So then when you get to a certain level, in the quantum teaching, you learn how to sign over stamps on, you know how to postalize your paperwork. That's when you're dealing with the court system.
Right.
But that ain't been taught nowhere, which is good. Because they would I used it one time, the brother up in Philly, I showed him how to do it. Not Philly, Pittsburgh. He got cocky after that, but anyway. The post office run everything. You feel me? So that's another day. But we got here's a pure magic royal post. That's why you got that. So you can post office run everything. All right.
Right. Gratitude, Emperor. Gratitude.
Have a class A CDL, you must have a what? Post office. A home box with a post office box. Not no UPS box or post office box. You gotta have a box in the ground to say you have CDL. Then you know how to attach that to that CDL commercial to the land, and you gotta have a live address, not a PO box.
Sorry, do you say CDL?
That's commercial driver license.
Oh, come on. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, CDL, okay.
Because you got a commercial contract, your birth record is commerce.
Right.
That's a bond. That's a commercial contract, right?
That's right. All caps. Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
That's another day too, right?
So let's see.
All right, come on. We good?
We good.
Yeah.
Host,
Anything else?
nothing at the moment, Emperor. We'll get back to you.
All right.
All right. Got you. No more questions? In the chat. Okay. Host, are you
No
to
questions.
you?
No question, YouTube.
All right. Thank you, Nanya. Appreciate you. Host, are you to you? Thank you.
All right, gratitude. That was an earful. Bunch of knowledge there. Okay, next slide, please. All right. Here, as was explained by the Emperor yesterday, we have the bio establishing jurisdiction. It's our banner up top. We're not gonna go, we're just gonna run through what
Okay. Well, like I said before, this is online, just like you can go online. All right. Actually, I've seen a couple of states in here. I'm sure you know me. It's gonna be updated. So it's gonna be the same thing, just little typos. But it's gonna be updated again. But this is my bio for if you want to make a movie like that, the attorney said, y'all, he's famous. Y'all need to be making a movie. You feel me? Well, if you go to a movie producer, he gonna want a bio. So this is my bio to present the movie that they're gonna create on this journey I'm on, because I got my own state. So it's well recognized behind the scene. So we just moving the state. So only part in here I don't think I seen was 28 June 2023, but that's cool. You don't need to be in there. The appointment is there, that's cool. So everything else is in there. And then it's just a tab up here. It should read, dated 22nd January 2004, effective date 14 March 2004. That's all. That's what we done elevated to, y'all remember?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all. So that's the key I see yesterday. So that's the only thing I seen. They need to be updated a little bit because this was done before that system ran out. You feel me? They let you know yesterday about the absolute flag where I got from Kingdom of Morocco, the Emperor. So all these, I can't even call them Moors. I have to call them dirty Moors. You know, I have to call them that because they haven't classified themselves to be a true Moor. They haven't proved any status to claim that they are El, that they are Bey, that they are Ali, or Ray. They haven't shown nothing. The nationality paperwork out there they sell and present and give you ID real quick, they don't have no standing nowhere. None, nowhere. You got a couple folks that are trying to try to copy cookie cut off of what I've done and attach themselves to us, but that governors get ready to get them something anyway on that issue to cut that crap out. You feel me? So there's nothing they haven't showed anywhere where they got any status to prove their nationality mean anything. So all these names they got out there they claiming to have, they all fraudulent. But they don't have no home to docket in that's recognized by nobody. So it don't have no meaning. You feel me? So you talking about that's why I say they all dirty Moors to me. To us, anyway. They can have the feds on all that shit, don't mean that. That shit don't mean that. Like that cheap Black Eagle said back in the day. Maybe they'll start using the brain once they put the head on, right? They want to fly a tassel around like they got 306 degrees of knowledge. Like, where? Where you claiming you got 306 degrees of knowledge from? Are you serious? You feel me? So, in their ideology, whatever they believe in, don't make me no difference. I'll show you where I came in and raised the emperor's flag. Not no damn Sultan's flag that they show you in the letters of the Bay. They claim that it wasn't the George Washington talked through the Sultan, all that bullshit, whatever. All right. I came and raised the emperor's flag. All right. And now the emperor's flag, the all red flag, has my crown on it as absolute royal sovereign. That's emperors. Him pure and pure royal flag. So, you see?
Mm-hmm.
And so with that red jurisdiction, it now becomes my office flag. And now my office had the seal, the crown without anything holding it down. You got the royal seal and the coat of arms that represent my office forever and ever. Then you back the 48 star flag here with gold, with 100 million in gold. Some claim it don't exist, but we ain't out there to break. We ain't out there to prove nobody wrong. We know we know it as a fact. Okay. So they ain't got no meaning for us to show them anyway. So just let you know. And now you come under your flag here that you getting ready to raise when you, well, that ain't the embassy flag, but when you raise the republic, what the MPLC right, that's our republic. When that flag raised, that's what the republic is. When I show up, that's my flag. When you come to my sovereign status, you get this right flag here, red flag here. That's the one. When I go to the White House, everything come down when this flag come up.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
I mean, United States, all that come down when I show up. It's coming on. It's coming in. They're doing everything they can to hide me. It's gonna be all right though. You feel me?
Yes.
All right.
They want to keep you a secret.
I can't keep me no secret no more. You got nose on the session out there.
Yeah.
Right.
See, them secret days ended 14 February 2024. It ended that. We ended on 13th. We can't count 13th, remember?
Right.
So, at effective day, now that you got a nose session, you ain't got it. You can't hide no more. Because you put everybody on notice, the whole damn world,
That's right.
to come in and show or prove that they got title over the property that's on your accession. We'll leave it at that, right?
Keep it moving.
You feel me? And you see how bad it is, because at the 120th day, which was 13th June, right? 13th June, which is also my nationality day. You feel me? You see how that stuff? I don't control the mail. We just send it off and they receive it. You feel me? And certain things is in it, they got a certain time to respond. And you notice on the 14th, that's when Putin signed that, want to sign a treaty, or not a treaty, a peace initiative with Ukraine. All of a sudden, that notice of session, 120 days up, right?
Right.
Right.
It's not, y'all, see, that's all behind the scene, though. See, they got y'all looking at the screen, forgetting you ain't seen that. Oh yeah, number mistake right here. The 0 right here. It's supposed to be 000000001. That's a space there. So that little, I caught that, so that's why I know you gotta be updated. You feel me? So I don't know how I missed it before, but we cool.
80.
So you see certain things happening with the war, and then you go to the war in Israel. All right. Y'all know I'm on record at Jericho and where? Jerusalem. Trying to get me right.
Yeah.
Right.
So those folk out there on the market don't know what's going on. But y'all know y'all been on the ship this long, knowing like, yo, the emperor knocking everything down. So after the 14th, which is what, the other day, right? Because the day the 21st, right? Well, after the 14th, you know, it's time to move your ship, because nobody can stand to prove that they have title over your land. France, Spain, nothing. America, Portugal, none, nobody. Vatican, nothing. Because only a true sovereign can come and write a accession to claim title to property and get the whole international arena, the whole world, you got an international time zone, which is 100 to 120 days. You feel me? They got to respond. If not, you move your ship because you got title over everything. Because you absolute.
Right.
Or you allodium, as you say. Allodium. You feel me?
Right.
That's why you're working on your mission. You know, because you got to move now. I help everybody out.
Yes,
Yes.
So
gratitude.
So the world, whoever looking, you can go read about. That's online. Where we at now? That little typo ain't gonna affect nothing. You gonna learn. You know. So just you see a bio, and you should go out in the world, and you go out there. You should ask de facto Trump to give you a bio before you vote for him as president. You should give the de facto Biden. Make him give a bio. Now they saying they got some new cats coming in. I think that cat from California or the governor or something. Or Michelle, they say, going to come in as the new ringleader of the Democratic Party. Okay, then where are they bio at? That you gonna give them that much authority over your life that they haven't shown no bio that they even deserve to be in that position. Power should be possessed by those who deserve it. You see, and that's why I get you in trouble because these people out here don't deserve what? Power.
Wow.
They already stole your privileges.
Misuse
Feel
of
me?
you.
Yes.
So if they stole something from you, then they come out and say you stole. How can the pot call the kettle black, right?
Exactly.
Right.
All right, come on. What we got? All right, so we can keep going. They can go look at it online, get the reading. Okay, let's get on down the road.
All right. We're going to proceed forward to where we left off. We covered the third, talked about the parade, the spectacular, quote, parade of planets. We're not going to read through them, just glance through them and go catch up where we left off so we can continue with the reading of our mission. That makes sense. All right. Brief. Fennel hummingbird Mercury. Nice depiction. Okay, we covered our Namash compass. And I would like to remind us about this Namash compass. Namash compass serves as a revitalized ancient sacred circle, namatized to bring awareness to the subtle vibrations of air, earth, water, fire, and ether. Everything is vibrating energy, like an ocean of frequency. Our thoughts, emotions, and actions are ripples in this ocean. Your intentions, or correction, your attention is your currency. Put value on what you give your attention to. The first new moon after the spring equinox, the Earth spirals around the sun for 364 days, revisiting 13 constellations. In sync with all tides of the Earth, the moon shines and hides in a series of 8 phases for 13 consecutive months. Each month, in parentheses, month, carries a she, in parentheses, vibration / frequency. The Namash compass is a gauge of these frequencies and provides the best times to ritualize practices to honor space, energy, self, earth, and ether. Note Nama / Nibiruans - Al Moroccans - Muurish Yamasee American natives - Amuru Washita Merge de Dugdamanya. And once again, you can scan the code below to order your Namash calendar. Let's get with it. Next slide, please. And of course, we covered the constellation of the Fennel. Mercury, the messenger of the gods. Crown Prince Ramesses El Bey, the one who nationalized the empire. Slide, please. We've covered the ninth.
Go back up one.
Oh, go back up one.
Yeah, go back up one.
All right.
One more. That was Mercury with top. Mercury was dealing with top. Even the emperor in Japan with a terracotta, that's why they have to open it up, because there's so much mercury in there. So when you, I mean, I must have missed this yesterday because I was like, Mercury, okay, that's dealing with top. They found mercury all in Yucatan. And all the temples.
Wow. Okay. Ooh, we elaborate on that, Emperor. That's like what's the significance behind that?
Magic in it, Toph used it so many different ways because they didn't kill them like it killed us. But Mercury, that was dealing with well, that's the one in the top teaching. We learned that on top on their own. That's what they read. You get more into that with the emerald tablets for top.
Right. Okay.
You get more into that. That ain't for this type of show. That'd be behind the scene.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
Come on now. I'm finished. Is everybody else want to read it right quick? Want to read it right quick?
I'll read it real quick, Emperor. All right. Mercury, quote, messenger of the gods, end quote, acts like a fast talking friend, helping us to think fast, learn easy, and express ourselves well. It opens our minds to new ideas and helps us handle emotions during change. On Earth, it influences travel, communication, tech, and buying and selling. Geminis, ruled by Mercury, benefit most from this brainy boost! Exclamation point. Mercury has played a significant role in ancient alchemy and traditional medicines in different cultures. While we discuss the benefits of Mercury in metaphysics and astrology, Mercury, aka Quicksilver, symbolically, it represents sharp thinking, quick learning, and the ability to communicate clearly. Mercury is the most metallic element that is liquid at temperature and pressure.
You said Mercury is the only.
It's the only, Mercury is the only correction metallic element that is liquid at standard temperature and pressure. This unique property has made it useful in various applications. It's crucial to understand that actual metallic mercury is very dangerous. It can cause serious health problems if touched or inhaled. Never play with mercury! Exclamation point.
Well, that's good. Because they definitely ain't got no fire eyes like Toph in them. So, but Toph that sounds interesting. And you look if you study Toph, emerald tablets.
Right.
You feel me?
Yes.
You know, sharp thinking, quick learning, and ability to communicate clearly. Remember, Toph said you got to read 100 tab. You got to read that for 100 days, 100 times.
Right.
So you got to read that whole book for 100 times. Evidently, in that brain man, you're gonna get quick thinking, sharp thinking, quick learning, and ability to communicate clearly. Once you pass 100 days. I know some of y'all done claim you done passed it, right? All right, come on, let's go.
But what's the fascination? Because when you talk about Top, these universally, if I can say that, seen
Top was given command,
yeah,
not just by the dwellers, but also by Anu.
Okay.
The highly one, the heavenly one, some call
Right,
the
right,
most
right.
high, some,
Right.
and he was given the rule to oversee man's development,
Oh, mhm,
and he left his royal seat, to
mhm,
make sure that he can pass that test.
right.
So he left a book that's supposed to be 30,000 plus years old, emerald, and the bottom of the serpent in Yucatan, which some people question that. When we go back and study our story, you know that Murdoch and Toph, Tahuti, they fought for 300 years. And then Enki came in, their father, and told Toph to take him, the Omat, his crew, and go to another part of the world and let Murdoch take over Egypt because it's time to rule. So that's where Yucatan come in at. That's where they set up. That's why you got Omat heads. Them were warriors of Toph.
Mhm,
So he came and built that same system in another part of the world. You feel me?
mhm.
And then left that book. And then, according to what they say, the White Lodge gave him permission to go get the book back in 1924, I believe. And then they say that they only letting out 13 chapters of it.
Mhm.
And the other two, they won't let out. But we're not really concerned with that, because once we go through what we're going through, we're gonna get them all anyway.
Right.
And so you go through, you say like Cambridge University, right? Cambridge University. You go through them and they say, well, you got to study something for 69 days, 66 days, right? And if you study something for 66 days, it'll change your way of thinking, you know. So you go to the universities and you see freshmen come in, they go through semesters, which is what? 60 some days, right? And they get reprogrammed. So now Top said do 100 days. So they say do 6 days, you can reprogram your thinking. So if you seriously want to be a number, you should read, like we do affirmations, for at least 6 days, right?
Mhm.
If you want to seriously transform yourself to be able to understand, get an understanding, get an understanding, to get over that standing, you feel me?
Mhm.
So we can look at it like that, you feel me?
Right.
But we're definitely going through that 100 days. So you go to Tom, you got a lot of people out on the market claiming that stuff ain't real, or you can't really believe it, this and that. I say, I come along, I beg to differ. You feel me? Because I was standing in the fiery flame of the dwellers enthroned in the flower of fire, exactly what he described in book, I think, tablet 2. Okay, I was there. When he said he was standing there flickering, that was the dweller. The blackness and fire head, fire hands, fire feet. That was all. I've been there. I knew exactly what you were talking about. So when I studied it, and still studying it, when I got around, I think 17, 18, when I finally got the chance to look into it.
You were 17 years old.
No,
Oh,
2017.
2000. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
2017.
I won't give this brother no energy neither, but brother named Absu. Can't call me nominate no more, but he the one brought on, so he'll verify that when he finally found it, brought it to me. So once I seen what he said inside of that, I was there. I knew exactly what he was talking about. I already been there. I told people about that stuff all my life where I went. They heard me. And I was standing there playing with the fire, all that. So, so it touched me.
Right.
Let me know I'm part and partial of it.
Mhm.
So I just haven't had time to really get the 100 days in because I keep going through different changes.
Right.
But now I'm at this stage where I'm ready to roll.
Mhm.
And so the little bit I got so far, 20 days, 10 days, whatever, you see, you imagine what I'm going to get with 100, right?
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
because I don't need nobody to come and give me their opinion on it.
Mhm.
I was already there. I know exactly. I'm a dweller.
Yeah.
So it ties directly into me and my growth to know that it's a real,
Yeah.
it's a real deal. You feel me?
Yeah.
And
Right.
so, you know, it's just part of my development. Come
Right.
on.
Emperor, you mentioned that talk was assigned here for man's growth and learning.
No, he chose it.
Humanity, but who what was he
No, he
known
chose
in
it.
other cultures by?
It tell you inside it. Well, if
Yeah.
you read it in your tablets, you supposed to read it by now. It
Right.
tell you how he got that position in the Emerald tablet. You just don't know when
Sure.
he talking about his father. That's Enki.
Right.
That's another name in the Emerald tablet. He talking about his father, Enki. Cool. So I mean, Enki already developed as a dweller. That's how bad this boy is. So he'd want to build the Atlantis, his father, and then he, the one that made the fountain of knowledge with all the M's that he had. Remember, Enki. It's ain't no joke.
Mm.
So when you go look at the story of Adafa or Adama, they went up to Nibiru and sat with Anu
Mhm.
and met Anu on that story. If you want to go there, where you see Anu do the same thing with Toph when he's up on the ship. Remember? Got you thinking that right.
Yeah.
He was given that command
Right.
because he said that Anu asked the question, why would this type of being deserve so much power and authority over the elements of earth? And Ta or Tahuti guaranteed Anu that they had put a timer on your development. Meaning that's where they get the 120 years from, or 150 years. You feel me?
Mhm.
See? So that's where they get that from. So if you can break that timer, that means you can live forever then, right?
Right. Right.
I mean, you gotta get the same stuff to make your body reproduce, but on this, as heavy as this body is, it can only exist on this plane at least for 150 years.
Mhm.
But it never said you had to be completely old out of your mind, half Alzheimer's, can't see in one eye, can't pee straight, can't have sex. You know, they ain't say none of that shit. That's what man came along and added because they made the age, but they didn't have the health.
Mm.
You feel me?
Mhm.
So if you were able to go to 120, 150, you're supposed to be ready to go. You feel me?
Mhm.
So you know, so let's get on that level, right?
Right.
See, so you got in the world, you 50, 60, or you can't have children no more. Bullshit. You can have children all the way to 100, 150. Who says that? Who gave you that crazy ass way of thinking? You feel me? You got men right here killing themselves because the wives done shut them off and they can't use the prostate and they know they have an issue. You feel me?
Right.
Their life forces die. You feel me? They want somebody to keep believing that crap, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you gotta sit back and watch everybody else have the fun, right?
Indeed.
Oh. Ain't no fun in life no more, man. Ain't no more fun, man.
Emperor, there's a question. There's a question in chat.
What you got?
So, did the dwellers come before the green light and amber light beings? It's a question from Asaro.
I don't get teeth like Chief Black Eagle, okay?
All right.
When I told him who I was and where I came from, who came to visit me, he said what? Chief Black Eagle, for those, the Chief Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote, which is also known Chief Dr. York, okay? Well, he said what? He said, I told y'all I got 76 trillion million years of knowledge, right? He said, where this guy come from, he got 100 million times that. So I'll let you answer that question yourself, okay? That help you out.
Yeah, sorry, did you get the message? Okay. Yeah. So that's yeah, that's beyond my thinking.
I give him a smiley face, y'all. Smiley face.
Oh,
Smiley face.
wow.
Smiley face.
Yeah, I like it, bro.
Y'all ain't heard the shackles today, right?
Mhm.
I know y'all want to see the shackles, right? Full moon day too.
Yeah, definitely. But we didn't hear the cling.
Oh, they were cleaning at the pond today.
Oh, okay. Mm-mm. Oh. Emperor, do you yield?
Yeah.
You yield? All right, thank you. Host Mijin?
We can keep going. I
All
think
right,
y'all was on that slide dealing with the shackles, right?
Okay, there is.
we were.
One we could hear.
Just can't hear him.
Yeah, all
All right, come on. There you go.
right. There we go.
Yeah,
Same one right here, see?
those are the ones.
Okay, they go everywhere I go now.
Okay.
Then I got the magic shackles.
All right.
Imagine, what I say, y'all mess them up, right?
Oh, yeah.
These shackles got full faith and credit, right?
When a slave become the master. Wow.
Yeah, let's go. Maybe.
So you come with the master magic, and then you came and got full faith and credit on the master magic. Come on, y'all, that's crazy, ain't
That
Absolutely.
is wicked.
Absolutely.
it?
That is wicked right there, for real. The
Okay,
slave.
yeah.
Quick question. Hey, Protector, while you was holding up, can you just explain why they're magic? Because we look at the shackles, people don't realize them like forever shackles. Ain't no key to
Oh
unlock
yeah,
them or
there ain't no
nothing like
keys.
that. Yeah.
You see them right here on the picture.
Yeah, good point.
Okay, once you lock them in, they nailed that in. So when I bought these things, this piece right here was nailed solid to that piece.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. They was solid, completely hooked
Yeah.
together. Okay.
Yeah.
That ain't never been separated. Whoever had the shackle, wore the shackle, died in them. Okay. So that's the only way they ever came off. So you can look at these pictures and you see slaves getting shackles on, then they got keys to take the shackles off. Well, they never told you about the slaves who they were putting on these boats and they had these damn shackles on.
Right.
So how can you imagine they got that damn freedom when you
Mm.
can't, you had to cut these niggas off. You had to weld them.
Right.
How can you feel me? So when
Right.
he did a ceremony, check my magic out, and with my partner, my Gogoon part and everything. And I ain't gonna go into all that. And once he finished, you feel the magic that I possess, that he was seeking to see what type of energy I had.
Right.
It manifests itself. So in the communication and carrying him back over there to let him seal, but he had to seal because it ain't never been done before, which I didn't know at the time. And then he says, the dead follow you. So that ain't, so then when I showed him old man North Carolina, I told him what happened to old man North Carolina about the shackles. He said the same thing. They don't know each other. That magic don't exist on this side.
Right.
See, so where you come from, they ain't never seen your light before. That's why I got them all confused. Now that they see, because this stuff I ain't said nothing about for 7 years, you feel me? Now they see that I've been rolling behind the scene all this time, and this boy got magical shackles that can break every damn spell. Can't nothing touch us. You feel me? So they help you out a little bit on that. You like it, huh?
Oh yeah.
Salam alaikum with magic. Salam alaikum. Emperor, if I'm hearing you right, the person who was in those shackles decayed, and that's the only way they were freed from those shackles.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I yield. That's heavy.
Mm-hmm. I know you like, well, you touching they dead people. Yeah, I know, right? But I free that soul. You feel me?
Mm.
I freed
Got
them.
it. That's what I was. I yield.
That's why he said the
Got
dead follow you.
Mm.
So I tell people now, you don't like me now? Cool. But die, motherfucker. I got something for you.
Damn, follow me.
I got a whole dead army waiting on your dumb ass, all right?
Wait.
Because they seeking to come up to sit with the emperor. They gonna, that's why I say, y'all got the vision to be able to see me now. I ain't going nowhere. I tell you, my uncle said, what? You rule for ever. How can you rule that long? So you see me come to my seat. It didn't ever say it's gonna be a smooth ride.
Mm-hmm.
You got ego people out here who don't want to give up their power. But as I keep coming to my seat, and you see me knocking down, the notice of accession, then you see Russia respond that way they doing, and you see the United States come back and respond the way they did based on what? They doing their best to hold me locked in shackles. So I got to let them know you can't lock me in no goddamn shackles.
Right.
I'm free from all that bullshit. So all of them officials who claim that they got some type of power or nobility, they still gonna die.
Right.
And you still got to come across my damn seat. And you see, I got 580 million and more than 5 million, and they couldn't get damn records, okay? So don't act like you're gonna pass or slip by the goddamn gate, okay? Take it any way you want it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you hear me tell them legal long die you must organization go for the same nigga. Legal long die you must nigga. You feel me? I ain't here for none of you. I'm here to move this damn ship and get my royal seat back that they tried to attempt to steal since my great grandmama Agnes Sampson came and broke them damn chains, right?
Peace.
So what kind of magic y'all like now? Y'all go play that voodoo stuff now? Go down the head and get some voodoo? Voodoo? All that stuff. You got somebody walking that can loose shackles, metal shackles. You ain't never heard of them. As my old head say, what he say? Even my precious Jesus ain't did no shit like you do. What he say, y'all? Yeah, shit, even my precious Jesus ain't doing no shit that you done gave me did.
Right.
So who are you?
Sweet
I
Jesus.
keep living. We'll figure it out down the road. Right now, HEM Sam who admitted that's right quote a day little ye end quote. We're gonna keep it at that, right?
Jeez.
Yeesh.
Emperor, is there any inscriptions on those chains anywhere? Have you seen anything?
What you want, some blood on them, man? What you gonna put an inscription on the slave?
I don't
This
know.
is
I just
complete straight
it's in my head.
metal.
Mm.
This boy mad, ain't he? He cool.
Sorry. I
It's hard to believe, right? Hold a second that actually someone died with these shackles on, right?
Yeah.
That lady know I ain't scared to death, right?
Mm.
That
That's my brother and sister, whichever name make you feel good.
Yeah.
All right, we good? Let's
Yeah.
keep going, y'all. Then we get.
All right. Remember we colored Mount Arafat Embassy Yamasee Native American MERS grants the certificate of nationality to the emperor. We covered that. Moving forward.
Yeah, you see that 13 is, so that's so powerful, man. And then you do your notice of accession, 120 days. That's international protocol. It falls on this date. So from this point on, we rolling.
You comment that.
Oh yeah, we talked about the four corners. Okay, y'all were talking about the four
Okay.
corners. Somebody got to put their phone on mute.
Sorry, must say happy birthday too.
You gotta put your phone on mute. Who got the call? All right. So, Credo, the phone was on open. We were talking about the four corners. Okay, so the four corners. Okay, so first corner was what? The trial just happened in New York, right? The second corner was what? What was the other case?
Was
the first corner was the Stormy Jackson case that went on in New York. That's over. The second corner was what?
The one in Georgia?
No, that was the fourth one.
Florida?
The one in Florida was the one that wasn't, no. Florida, then you got Florida, you got one DC. It's coming up. So the second one, then the four corners. And I said they got that boy in four corners. They got a case in New York. That was the statement of facts. All right. Then you got that was the introduction. Right. And then you got number 2 was statement of facts. And I said that was the second case he got in. Statement of facts was I think that was Mar-a-Lago, statement of facts. Okay. And then you got the payment. That was the payment was I think the case going on in DC. And then you got the summary, the last part is the case in Georgia. And I said they locked that boy in four corners. He ain't no way getting out of that. And four corners of anytime you send a court case in, it's got four corners.
Mm-hmm.
They call it four corners. You feel me?
Right.
So I said they locked that boy in four corners for what he did with what? Why they come after him so hard? For what he did what? He made King Muhammad VI, the chief commander, before he got out of office, which relinquished the United States from ever touching the damn treaty again. You feel me?
Right.
And I said, boy, wait to see what they're gonna do with him. Y'all got it now? That was the four corners. So we didn't get all that good yesterday. We got it this time, right?
Yes.
And that's the Yamhishi nationality. There's proof. Okay, showing you that this guy right here, Dirk H. Sanders, de facto consul, had the authority to sign on behalf of Chief Black Eagle Commander of the state when this got done. Okay, that is seal of the state right here, and then them royal seals I got it break the yoke. Well, that was 13th day of June. Okay, then you say the 19th day of June, 6 days later, Chief Black Eagle got nationalized. Then we made him what? The chief commander over the Yamhishi named Montgomery, matter of fact, emphasis, which he already agreed to. You feel me? That's why I say any status outside of Chief Black Eagle, any status outside of that title is them cats as agents. He's lawfully, legally, and administratively known as Chief Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote, under his own former sovereign state. Yeah, they call them all these names and stuff. I'm like, they're crazy. They're agents. Right. He has an official name docked on his own state, and they missed it. You feel me? So we nationalized him as chief like they did me with Watchdog. You feel me? So that's why I say he had to abdicate his seat, because we nationalized him as chief. That's the only way he can lose that seat is abdicate. And if you advocate a seat, the only one who can come and get that seat have to be a sovereign prince. That's all we can say that seat. Outside that, the government been gone. If we waiting on him for the 10-year wonder. You feel me? He couldn't do nothing because he became a clan chief forever for misspelling my IRK here, for my Iraq embassy, and putting the 21593 number under the state. That's when he said we have our own number, 208-1992. Okay, that's going back to the Constitution. A lot of people, them folk over there don't even know it. That's why they were so mad at it, because they thought they had everything on them. Right. Okay, so, but he didn't know, but this boy been secretly all that crap. He didn't know that we had a treaty with the United Washington Other than that, he wanted to have the chastisement, putting the number on the seal. Because we had a treaty with him. So that made he didn't let him know we had a treaty and then let his family know we had a treaty with the Washington. You feel me?
Yeah.
So by him not doing that, the chief came in, who made commander of the state, came in and chastised him forever, forever, forever. You feel me?
Right.
Make sense to you?
Yeah. They can't make them kind of mistakes.
They made him and stepping on the scene like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you see that guy appointment, because he had an appointment. See? But this guy took over the appointment position. They went to the UN, but he didn't get recognized as the commander-in-chief. He got recognized as the custodian. But he missed that appointment. That's why you see I got one. You see, because there only one left. You feel me?
Yeah.
1, 2, you see all these boys, nations out there, bullshit, governments, North American government, all that bullshit out there. And you ain't got no seat. There was only one seat left, and I got that seat. You feel me? Whether you like it or not, right? Take it or leave it alone, right?
That's right.
That's right.
But they get mad and say, well, you ain't got Allah. I don't need him.
Oh,
Well, you ain't got Jesus. I don't need him neither. Well, you ain't got God. Who that? You feel me? Simple shit to me. You feel me? We don't need none of it. Not to run no damn state. What did Jesus, Muhammad, or God, Allah got to do anything run the damn state?
Right.
That's a religion. That's something you might preface. But ain't got damn thing run the states. Definitely ain't got no salvation in it. You read words they say they wrote. Why they can't come read their own damn word?
Right.
Jesus said this. Who said so? Oh,
Well,
it's
yeah.
in red in the Bible. You big dummy. Plus, somebody put it in the book, put red on it. You think Jesus said this? Get the fuck out of here.
Want me to give my whole soul to what you want.
I mean, you talk about my bloodline, you feel me? So you really got to get kind of personal sometimes, you feel me? Get the fuck out of here, that bullshit. Jesus said it's in red.
Emperor, just a two-part question. What is the significance of the embassy being called Mount Arafat, and what was the name of this? Sorry, what is the how was the embassy established before the government?
Well, no, we had the Holy Tabernacle Ministry, and so under the charter that Chief Black Eagle got from Sudan, when he was under the tutors of his cousin, that was part of Sudan and diplomacy up in New York back in Ansar Allah days in the 70s. A lot of people didn't know New York couldn't touch him because he's under protection of Chef Daoud, who established that Ansar Allah community and left it over into his command. All right. So a lot of people don't know that was protection he had from diplomacy. When he dropped Islam in 90, Sudan dropped him. So then he came with the United Arab Nation War Constitution, and he had to find a home for it.
Right.
So that's why when he finally put it in the government, he said, now the Constitution got a home. And if you got a Constitution, you got equity, can't nobody touch it.
But where does the Mount Arafat come from, though?
Okay, the Mount Arafat comes in, that's a
The embassy.
he got chastised because that's Yasser Arafat. He's a Palestinian leader. Or the Palestinian Liberation Organization. If you're gonna say anything, you're supposed to say CMYE-IRK, because that's the mountain that the so-called flood, the ship landed on. When Noah landed on Mount IIRK, which is in Turkey.
Okay.
Feel me? So that's why he got chastised. Because that Mount IIRK goes back to Yasser Arafat.
Right. And the embassy was established before the government? If so,
yeah, the embassy was before the government. We signed a treaty. We signed a treaty with the United Washington Delegated on March, 20 March. We didn't form the government until 19 June, 2203.
Okay.
Got it now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You put it into perspective. Yeah. Thank you.
See, you see, I got USA small U up there because the United Washington, or Empire/United Washington Delegated Indigenous Washington Nation already had land. So that brought in a small U. When that boy went up and got that 501c3 bullshit with the IRS be non-resident aliens, that's why I brought in the capital USA. That made sense to you.
Sorry, can you repeat that again? That last part. Okay, one more time. About
The contract we signed is small. You got sovereignty with the
That's right.
Washington Treaty.
Yeah.
When we say / USA-IRK, because of the apostille we got from the State Department, and when this boy got that non-resident alien
Okay.
on his paperwork to separate himself from the government, that's when that / USA-IRK come in.
Okay.
Because he going back to the full faith of credit we got from the State Department. So to get it, and the full faith of credit we got from the state of Georgia.
Okay.
That makes sense to you?
Okay. Yep. Thanks. Yeah, gratitude.
All right, come on.
Okay. There's a question in the chat from Benu. Not Benu, but how you put it. The question from YouTube. Dawn Anki asks, how astute in magic must Nama be as it relates to governance, and what role do
no, I have to, you just gotta follow suit.
Okay.
You just cultural, non-national.
Right.
It's you. You become accountable for everything.
Yeah.
So when you even dipping and dabbing in magic, you never want to leave the door where someone has complete jurisdiction over you, or they got the next move on you, and you can't tell them how to act. You feel me? So you got to be always conscious when you start talking about magic. Now, when you come down to black and white magic, that's something they did over the years in practicing voodoo, voodoo, Santeria, and all that kind of stuff. Black magic goes back to ancestor worship.
Right.
But they turn it to evil. Black cat is evil, white cat is good, all that superstition bullshit. You feel me? So, and then you got people who want to put roots on you, do your food, whatever, because you don't kneel to them or submit to them and what they say, they go put a root on you. See, you got to realize these people got to be accountable for all that. So you notice these people, when they go out of here, they go out here on a terrible way, because they got dirt in their hands.
Right.
You found a lot of people to be in the graveyard. You got them old dark knuckles, brown skin with dark knuckles. We call them graveyard diggers. It's always digging, putting a root on them.
Right.
They all up in the judicial system. They all up in government. They're up in New York. They're up in Atlanta. They're everywhere. You feel me? Smile in your face. Ready to flip something in your drink. Throwing something on the road, know you're going to cross, because a lot of roots get put on you from your feet. You feel me? So that makes sense to you.
Right. Got you.
Help you out.
Yeah, that definitely helped. Thank you so much, Emperor. There's a question from the YouTube Aaron L. Duamatef. Salam alaikum with magic. Aaron Asura El Duamatef here. So is the four corners, I'm not sure if the site seems incomplete. What can be done to the straw in us, democracy? Can de jure nations use this form and process?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What's in the chat?
Yeah, it's in the chat. So is the four corners, what can be done to the
It sounds like you're talking about Donald Trump.
Yeah, the four corners, yeah.
The
So
fact, though, Trump, why can't be done? Nothing can be done. You get trapped in four corners.
to destroy in us democracy.
You got four corners. That's a trap. You got four corners. They got four corners on that boy.
No way out.
I said because he gave up the chief commander spot back to the kingdom. So the United States had no more dealing with the treaty. They got contracts with Morocco and plans that's been in existence for 100 years, but it ain't under no more treaty authority. We got all treaty authority from that treaty, peace, friendship. Right. That's us dealing with Morocco now on that treaty. That's why I don't understand these brothers are trying to use the flag. Don't have no jurisdiction to use any of it. All right, so what is that? It says something man. Okay, we just answer that. Okay. He said, what's the name? And the name that we ride in is Imperial Royal Embassy that we working on in DC. But that's in our paperwork. But that's why it's gonna be named Imperial Royal Embassy. It's already named. You got a seal and everything. So that's what we're working on to raise in DC, raise our flag. I bet you'll come running in, won't you? Door's gonna be locked, God damn it. Excuse me. Yeah, y'all know me. That's why I told you, I said you're gonna have them camping out outside, sleeping outside the just want to get in and they ain't going back out. But they don't realize that that's similar. I'm completing the mission that Drew Ali started when he said temples. And temples supposed to be diplomacy. So you just finishing the job. The handshake they talking about. You got that full faith and credit now. You can handle that handshake that he was talking way back in the 20s. Now you at this level where you got consulate office you're creating. You don't need temples, you got consulate office. And you got your royal embassy and you have consulate office in all the states. If you need be, it depends on how many nominations you got to assist in that state that's sitting on your property. Whether it's Georgia, Texas, California, Wyoming, it don't make a difference. We deal with the statehood or the governor, and that's all we deal with. And whoever he delegate to deal with us, which would probably be the Secretary of State, or like in Georgia, they got diplomacy department. That's all we deal with. Outside of that, we don't have nothing to do with their citizens. We pass them on the road like everybody else. If you want to wave, fine, but you working in your own jurisdiction, and you got work to do at your property. That makes sense to you. Now answer all that. We good?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I got a quick question, Protector.
Ain't nothing ever quick. Come on.
When Noble Ali came, was church and state already separated?
Oh, it's been separated.
Okay.
When Drew Ali came, Drew Ali had the D-Mason rules on his belt. They recognize him as a prophet, but he recognized behind the scene. If you look at the sash he wearing, that was given him from a noble over there in the Arab, what is that Arab country over there? That was showing that he had royal bloodline to the D-Mason rule. That's a royal sash. If you look at the feather on his head, on his hat, that's come out of Yucatan. So a lot of them Moors don't even know what they're talking about. You feel me? Have I ever heard of who?
Yeah.
Hindu Henderson? Never heard of him. Who is it? I mean, the guy on YouTube, I'm asking who is and never heard of. Hindu Henderson, never heard of. So I wait for him to get back with me.
Right.
All right, come on down. Let's go.
Excuse me, Emperor.
Come on.
That looks like a sister that's asking that question.
That's fine. My bad, sis.
Okay.
I never heard of him. He got a vineyard, I know him, but he ain't no vineyard. I ain't never heard of him. All right, so what we got? Oh yeah, let's talk about the army. We went over that last night. All right, come on.
Benjiri?
We went over Caveman, remember? Oh, I think we stopped right here with Chief Black Eagle 19 right here.
Yeah, we did.
So we stopped at, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Emperor.
All right. Y'all see I got that recall, right?
Recall.
Emperor, there's a question to, if I may ask. What was the procedure and circumstances behind Chief Black Eagle Thunderbird, end quote, Thunderbird, end quote. What was the procedures to actually made him to become a chief? What did it entail?
Well, when he was running organizations from 67 to 2002, when they came with that arrest, he had created 4 powerful organizations, all based in what? Religion. Because he said, I can't give you what you want, so you want to learn what I had to give. So all the questions, you go back and look at all the books he wrote, it's all dealing with some damn form of religion. So the people never got to what he came to bring them. He taught for 30 years and wrote all them books because he knew the languages, but he was all organized.
Right.
So if he would have filed for a 501c3, they would never arrested him like that. But he would never dock as a 501c3, where it gives preachers and all that stuff protection. and the way he was collecting books and all that kind of stuff. That's what goes along with what the church do. Feel me? And you just got to let the IRS know, you know, profit, whatever, profit. That ain't nothing to do. You run a state or a nation, you know. So when he was down in Edenton, I mean, you see all the land stuff that was going on with the land. When you go back and look at contract, you was violation of all the contracts of the land. So being the wiser he is, and he is real. Why would you go that route? You know, so he came and created Grand Nubian Lodge. He had to send certain things up to the order out of Georgia, the Prince Hall Order of Georgia, and then DC, because they got the Grand Lodge in DC, to show that he can create a Grand Lodge, but the Grand Lodge has to have his own state. Can't have a Grand Lodge, you already got a Grand Lodge in DC that come from England. So if he came up with the Nubian Grand Lodge, he was at that level, getting to that point of running a state. He created fake money and all that stuff to show you how to operate as a state, buying and bartering amongst yourselves. So he went through all them schools preparing for where we at now. But the egos of them folk got in the way, and they decided to sabotage their own master teacher. And now they want to go blame everybody for their sabotagement, you know, because the ego wanted to shut the nation down for their own ego and their own personal motto. You see them out there on the market now. You know, it don't even make sense. You feel me? So when we nationalized him as Chief Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote, we nationalized him as Commander-in-Chief. So he had the same status that I had when Chief Black Crown Prince Ramesses of Bell Bay had two principal chiefs nationalize me on the United Washita Dudley Monument. See, that boy down in Fayetteville, the United Washita Dudley Monument, he's not even a principal chief. He's a secondary chief. He wouldn't even have that position for me. So that's why he created it. You feel me? So with him claiming to be some prince from some secondary chief don't even make sense. But that's the kind of foolishness you get from the African Americans, you feel me? And want to call themselves legends or what? Bullshit. Anyway, my bad. So they help you out, little brother, with chief. You know, so when he came in and became the commander chief of the state, the Georgia and everybody try to keep that off the record because, and that boy down in Georgia agreed with him. So when I sent that motu proprio out 2 years ago to establish and prove this boy down in Georgia ain't got no authority nowhere near me, I had to bring him up because on record that's filed in open court, he was named as commander-in-chief of the Yamsey government. So you've seen ever since I sent that motu proprio, all his privileges and everything at the jailhouse has changed dramatically. You feel me? Because now they finally know that he's property of a foreign state. And ain't nobody want to be in debt to no foreign state. Especially when they're holding your property. You feel me? So when I tell them Sabians, de facto Sabians, bullshitters, that they ain't got no right to use nothing dealing with him because he docked everything under the 19th right here. 203, he docked everything about this man right here, the feather, the everything. He docked everything under the Yamsey government.
So the 1999, 208.
What the hell you talking about?
You know, in regards to the 208.
Sound like one of them you sound like one of them Sabians.
No, just
It ain't nothing. I ain't heard nobody mention that. 2/8/1992, what he put in the Constitution.
But
what are you talking about? 99 bullshit.
No, the 19.
That's that Creek Nation bullshit. Nobody ain't got time for that.
Okay, but they attached that with Chief Black Eagle.
Well, he filed it in 99 to give them dummies some welfare, because they couldn't be, you know. That's all a BIA number is. He was applying for a BIA near Bureau of Indian Affairs number with that 2/8/1999. Them clowns went out to use them before it got approved. It ain't gonna never get approved. So that's why I say, why you mention that crap? You feel me?
Yeah, that's my point. All
right, that's your point.
No,
Yeah.
it's just to discern the crap from the truth, because a lot
Oh,
of people,
okay.
you know what I mean? A lot of
Oh,
people,
I mean, it's written in the document. They got to do them. Go
Yeah.
read.
yeah, people, yeah.
All right, what have we got?
Right. I yield.
That's it. So that's dealing with the chief, when he became commander in chief of the Yamasee Native American government. Matter of fact, embassy. That was on the 19th.
Mhm.
And then we got him apostille. We got authenticated in Georgia, and Georgia recognized him as commander in chief.
Mhm.
So when I went into court on the 30th of June
Mhm.
to represent him, okay. Man, how many years has that been? That's 21 years ago, right? So that's the 20-year anniversary of that one, right?
Mhm.
On the 30th of June,
Mhm.
that's why we went in there, because we went in there to get the chief. Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote. But they didn't catch it. They didn't ever let us. We brought his clothes, but we came to get the chief. The governor of Georgia said, you can come and get your damn chief. That's what we did.
All right.
And the only thing he had to do was stand up in court and say that he was who? Chief Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote. And that chief judge would have said, case dismissed, you free to go.
Right.
We can't hold you. He went there arguing about he ain't gonna get no fair trial. Like, dog, we already know that. Why you in there now?
Yeah.
But I came along and did the exact same thing he's supposed to do. And
Yeah.
I dropped that contract into open court, and y'all seen the results, right? That's why I tell all them folk, what, you gotta go back to 203. They thought I was bullcrapping it.
Mm.
I said, you want the truth? You gotta go back to 203. Y'all missed it. Yeah, you know, they still 20 years struggling, right?
Mm.
That's why I'm glad he shut down Zed and all that stuff. Why? Because they don't need to be celebrating that. They done spent more money than money on bullshit. All for they all lust. I'll leave it at that one. All right, come on, y'all. Y'all see Cayman over here. So you want him, you can see a better picture in the Holy Tablets. But that's a nice one of them right there. But that's Cayman, or y'all call Adam. Okay? Or Zakor. That's Cayman. All right. So let's keep going. Let's go.
Post Manjeri, are you to you?
All right. Oh, that's interesting. This is the 20th, exactly. I just said that. 20-year anniversary. It's 21 years, y'all. Damn. It's the 21-year anniversary. We're going to the 22nd year, right?
That's correct.
Oh, that's gonna be hard. Y'all know me and 22s, right?
Yes. That's the
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
this is the royal press release to the public notice to the world, signed on the King's chair of the magical part in North Carolina. That was wild, wasn't it?
Yeah. Remember that magical farm.
That was a good one. All right. Any questions on this?
Yes, Emperor. What was the name of the state on 20 March when we signed the constructive agreement with Georgia?
It's right there in front of you.
Question.
Embassy, Native American Government via Mount African Embassy.
20th of March, okay. This is 20 June. But before.
That was 20th of June. The 20th of March, there wasn't no government. That was my African Embassy and the United Washington D. Monument. We signed that treaty.
Right.
The state didn't get created until the 20th.
Right.
Or the 19th. And then the 20th, we went and got an apostille.
Okay, with you.
Then with the 4 families on the 20th, that vouched for him being the commander-in-chief. Well, there 4 families, but you have about 30 signatures on there.
Yeah.
There's 4 families on there. When they authenticated all the signatures on that contract. And then I went up to DC and got mine a little farther, you feel me?
Right.
All right, what else we got?
Post to you.
I got a quick question, Protector. You just said that they authenticated all the signatures on that contract, and you did go definitely a little bit further. But at that status, what status would they have, or did they have at that time of authentication? Those families, did they enter?
Well, you had the same authority that the state gave. We had more authority than Dodd, Chief Black Eagle. because we signed the contract. You feel me? But they signed the contract. Well, we signed the contract as secure parties. You know, going through that process. Okay. Okay, we signed that contract with secure parties. But when I signed it, it was also under I was double chief. I was nationalized as double chief for the Washita Nation.
Right.
So when I signed the contract with Georgia, where I already had land under me, Yamasee land had to be debated in the courts. But Washita land had always been proven. So when you nationalized me as double chief of the Washita Nation, when I signed in the Yamasee government contract, well, I signed on behalf of Kufu News Z. Fennel, who's nationalized as Washita Mir and the Yamasee Council. So you see the effect that it had, because the post office told Daywin Miller that we was the, you know, only one who can operate that contract properly is Kufu, based on his status. Having a commercial driver license representing the birth rate contract, having sovereign authority to sign on behalf of a foreign state that's recognized by Georgia and the United States of America. You're starting to get it now.
Yes.
Get better, right?
Yeah, that there makes you holder in due course, huh?
Holder in due course. And from that authority, I was able to go back and raise the emperor's flag, because they couldn't raise it because they had no sovereign authority to touch it. That's why they hid it from everybody. And they cut his flag down. They never decommissioned the emperor's flag. They cut it down. By them cutting the flag down, I was able to come and stand it back up, because they had no authority to decommission it then, and they ain't got no authority to take it down now. So if you look at this banner over here, you see a red flag with a 6-pointed star. Ain't nobody talking about that one, right? Then you got the red flag here. Then you got the green star everybody talking about here, the Moroccan flag. And then you got the royal flag here with a gold around it, which has my flag above that one with my crown on it. So you got to look how that banner look. You see how that banner look?
Yeah.
So when you go down here and look at that middle flag here, our flag, that's the Imperial Emergency Royal Post. You feel me? Then you got the 50-star flag over here. You got a cedar tree flag, because you had 3 flags. I always got to be 3. Okay, then you got a state of Georgia flag. You got a 48-star flag. And then you got a constitutional flag up here, the 9 original states. I ain't even going to talk about that flag. We're going to leave that alone, right? Then you get over here, you got the Washita flag. You got the United Washita. You got the Mir Washita Mir, the Maya sovereign state here. And then the top flag is his Imperial Emergency Royal Post, or the sovereign crown prince flag. I gave myself a state. I had to give myself something, right? But I don't need it now, because I done elevated all that into Imperial Royal Office for his Imperial Majesty. So all that came under that title now. But back in the day, it was me being developed and going into we growing into all this that you got here. We got another banner with the rebel flag on it. You feel me? But this is when I send the motu proprio out, the highest document on the land. I suppressed the Pope. You opened up the gates of hell. The absolute royal sovereign, that's emperor. Full colon. He ain't going nowhere. As we say, hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. You feel me? All right, what else we got? We good?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good.
All right, I yield.
Benjini? Host? You there?
I am. Gratitude. We Namash / Nibiru - Al Moroccan - Muirish Yamasee American Native - Amuru Washita Mir de Dugdamanya activate our galactical DNA. The Miberians by
Space.
Space, correction, space dash space. The Nibiruans by recognizing and harnessing the energy of Re, space dash space, the sun. Likewise, as Earth Keepers, We humbly give gratitude and respect to Ta, space, Mother Earth, for continuing the cycle of planting, growing, harvest.
Interesting. Good one. Any questions?
Galactical DNA, Emperor.
I was just about to ask that. Yeah.
Could you elaborate on the Washita Mer Digdadumanya activate our galactical DNA?
Well, it didn't just say Washita Mer Digdadumanya. It said Nibirian, which is Nama. That's your acronym. Nama means Nibirian. You got the royal bloodline of the Anunnaki, N, Al Moroccan, A, or you can bring in a Mir Washita Mordi Dudamanya, A. M is Moorish, Yamishi, American Native, A, Amur Washita Mur Dudamanya. So these are your four bloodlines for Nama, your acronym. So you got all the bloodlines under one banner, basically what it represents. Then it says activate your galactical DNA because you got all the bloodlines. So it should be nothing hold you back. As the Nibirians, that's the royal bloodline. We harness the energy array. Y'all seen what the ray done showed and did. And it's get ready to get funky. You feel me? So yes. we become what? See yourself in the center of the sun, this circle array, see yourself as a array. You feel me?
Yes.
You start to get me? Then
yes.
that way you grow into know thyself. So that help everybody out.
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what we got?
Next slide, please.
All right, how you?
All right. We Nama /Nibiru Al Moroccan Mu Irish Yamasi American Native Amuru Washita Mur Degdegdemania activate our galactical DNA, space, the Nibiruans, by recognizing and harnessing the energy of Re, space, the sun. Likewise, as Earth Keepers, we humbly give gratitude and respect to Ta, space, Mother Earth, for continuing the cycle of planting, growing, harvest. We are here, 21 June solstice. To our left, Earth's orbit around the sun. Northern spring, southern fall. 21 March equinox. Northern winter. 22 December solstice.
And that also you should be doing a thorough coding plan on each of these cycles. When you got you in the summer cycles summer solstice right now. So you should be doing a 3 to 5 day coding plan to clean out all that filth. So you can enjoy this sun cycle. So it's getting ready to get real hot, okay?
Right.
Heat you ain't never seen before, all right?
That's true.
I hear. Come on.
All right. Next slide, please. All right. For the summer solstice, 1650/full moon, 2108. Get ready to celebrate and rejoice because June 21, 2024 is going to be a day like no other! Exclamation. This magical date marks the convergence of two awe-inspiring celestial events, semicolon space, a full moon and the summer solstice. It's a rare cosmic occurrence that will fill our hearts with wonder and open doors to incredible opportunities. First off, let's talk about how rare this double delight is. Picture this, a luminous full moon gracing the night sky while the sun shines its brightest during the longest day of the year. It's a celestial dance that happens once in a blue moon, and we are lucky enough to witness its firsthand. Correct, exclamation point. But it's not just about the beauty and rarity. There's also a deep-rooted significance to this celestial extravaganza. Excuse me. Ancient traditions from around the world have long believed in the power of solstice. From Stonehenge to the Inti Raymi festival, people have celebrated this moment as a time of rebirth, abundance, and gratitude. It is a reminder that life is a cycle where endings blend seamlessly into beginnings. Now, let's add the full moon to the mix. This mesmerizing lunar companion brings its own enchantment to the party. Now, for its feminine energy, intuition, and transformation, the full moon adds an extra spark to this cosmic celebration. It's a time to tap into our deepest desires, reflect on our journey, and set intentions for the future. The full moon's luminous glow reminds us of the interconnectedness of all living beings, inspiring us to nature, harmony, and embrace own nurture, harmony, correction, thank you, and embrace our own growth. Gratitude. For all the green thumbs out there, this celestial convergence is a green light for gardening and nurturing Mother Earth. Ancient traditions suggest that the solstice is the perfect moment to plant seeds, tend to gardens, and harness the vibrant energy of the sun. Imagine the joy of connecting with the Earth's rhythms, witnessing the birth of new life, and cultivating abundance in our own backyards. It's a chance to become co-creators with nature and witness the miracles that unfold. So, mark your calendars and get ready to embrace the extraordinary June 21, 2024. Let's revive ancient traditions, honor the cycles of life, and revel in the opportunities that await us. It's a day to dance under the moonlight, soak up the sun's rays, and celebrate the magic of our incredible planet. Get ready to be amazed, to feel the joy of connection, and to be inspired by the infinite possibilities that arise when the full moon and solstice unite. Let's step into this rare occasion with open hearts, open minds, and a deep appreciation for the wonders of the universe. Cheers to the 21st of June, 2024, a day that promises to be nothing short of extraordinary. Exclamation point. Any questions, comments, or do you have anything to add, Emperor? Comment?
Oh no, that's a good piece having you have a summer solstice and a full moon on the same day.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked there ain't nobody else out there talking about it, right?
Mm.
The blue moon,
For real.
for real.
Right.
Huh?
Just like it's
Yeah.
and with all the once in the blue moon, just like it says, and with all the energy that you're bringing. That's correct.
Now that money ritual y'all did last Friday is still good up to today. Y'all know that, right?
Mm.
My
Oh,
candle's
yeah.
still burning.
I say yes, you did. Yes, Wepper.
So yeah, that's still good. So capitalize on it, okay? That's once in the blue moon thing, brother. Can't get no better than that.
Mhm.
Make sense to you?
Oh, makes sense.
Perfect sense. Yes.
The energy
Makes sense.
sync up.
Good
I
energy.
yield. You need anything else from me right now?
Uh,
Yeah.
Now, Emperor.
I'm working over it too, you know that, right?
Now I do, Emperor, yes. But you're always working. When are you not?
Not all the time, but I gotta get something done tonight because it's 22nd coming in. It's a full moon night, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Know what you mean. All right, next slide, please. All right. Ship-signal agreement. Quote, at Morocco with the seal of the Emperor of Morocco, in parentheses, 1786, also in parentheses, 25 Shaban A.H.R. 1200. The ship-signals agreement, also known as the Treaty of Peace and Friendship signals agreement, was an important agreement signed at Morocco on July 6, 1786, between the United States of America and the Emperor of Morocco. The ship-signals agreement, sealed at Morocco with the seal of the Emperor of Morocco, was significant for establishing a system of identification for American and Moroccan vessels at sea, enhancing maritime relations, recognizing American sovereignty, and contributing to the broader Treaty of Peace and Friendship between the two nations. The significance of this agreement. 1. Identification of vessels.
It's like you said, it's friendship between the two nations. There's a period there. And then it says the significance of this agreement. So that's a typo. All right, come on.
1. Identification of vessels. Full colon. The ship signals agreement aimed to establish a system for the identification of American and Moroccan vessels at sea. This was crucial for ensuring the safety and security of ships from both nations and preventing any misunderstandings or conflicts. 2. Enhancing maritime relations. By signing the ship signals agreement, the United States and Morocco demonstrated their commitment to fostering friendly and cooperative maritime relations. This agreement helped facilitate trade and navigation between the two nations, contributing to their economic and diplomatic ties. 3. Part of a larger treaty. The ship signals agreement was a component of the broader Treaty of Peace and Friendship between the United States and Morocco, which was signed on June 23, 1787. This treaty established a framework for peaceful relations, mutual respect, and commercial cooperation between the two countries.
Well, you got to also put in there, it was signed on 23rd, 1787, but it was effective 18 July, 1787. All right, come on.
That's correct. That is missing. I did recognize. Gratitude, Emperor. 4. All right. Recognition of American sovereignty. The ship signals agreement, along with the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, represented an important recognition of American sovereignty by the Emperor of Morocco. This recognition was significant for the young United States as it helped solidify its status as an independent nation in the international community. 5. Historical significance. The ship signals agreement holds historical significance as one of the earliest agreements between the United States and a foreign power. It reflects the efforts of the United States to establish diplomatic relations and secure its interest in the Mediterranean region during its early years as a nation.
Interesting.
That's very interesting because this shows that Morocco officially was the first to ever recognize the United States as independent.
That's why I was telling you a while ago when that boy gave up that commander, chief commander position back to Morocco, to the king. You know, we might have to elaborate on that just a little bit more. When you talking about chief commander, okay, Kingdom of Morocco has a king. He has no reason to have a chief commander. You feel me?
Right.
You don't need that position.
Right.
So when you don't understand, when you look at the system, it says county of, which makes it a corporation. Commander in chief, you feel me? POTUS, commander in chief.
Right.
All right. When you say de jure, well, you got chief commander now. That's the de jure side. So when I say he relinquished that part of the treaty, he let go the de jure side of the treaty because they couldn't use it no more anyway because the visier chair was already established. We already got it already on our treaty, on our contract. So when he gave it up, the United States was still trying to hold on to it because they can know, you know, with this domination they got going on. But when he turned around and gave it back to Morocco, they ain't got no more attachment to that treaty.
Right.
That's all under our jurisdiction now. So thank you, Mr. De facto Trump. He couldn't stop it no way. It was something he had to do. So that help you out. We good now?
Oh yeah, indeed. Are there any questions in the chat? No moderator or YouTube?
Okay, it's a question from Park AV presenters. Does African Moors have a place within these flags? Parentheses, she's referencing the slide with
African Moors. Where's some African Moors at?
with the banner of the flags. I think
I don't understand what you mean by African Moors.
Yeah, yeah. Does the African Moors have a place? African Moors have a place within these flags? Since she's referencing the slide with the banner flag.
What flag you talking about? The banner flag?
Yeah, the slide with the banner flag we just showed. That's about a couple of slides ago, I think.
Oh, well, first of all, they got to come over and prove that their status is correct. To say you're African Moor, that don't mean nothing to me because you got a citizenship status. You can, on the private side, you can say you're African Moor, but on the public side, you classified on that citizenship status you got. So once you fill out an application with the sovereign state and qualify yourself as any other state you go in, just like any other country, you know, then you separate yourself, and that flag you see we flying and all that jurisdiction is all yours. Come in and be what you want to be. Ain't nothing holding you back but yourself, okay? But you got to get your status straight first. To say you black African Moor. Yeah, I understand the concept of black as a Moor. I got that, black and Moor, I got all that. But on paper, you got yourself classified as a state citizen. So having yourself as a state citizen, you give up all your indigenous, every kind of right because of that system they got you under. So let's get that straight first. So when you come over, yeah, you got all the jurisdiction you need under your flag. These your flag. All the bloodlines on our flags. So you just gotta get your status straight properly for the, you know, finally for the first time for somebody that makes sense to you.
Right.
We good?
We're good.
Okay.
The following question from Zahub. Does that mean American ships? Does that mean American ships are technically not welcome in Moroccan waters?
Well, that's not, no, that ship scene made them welcome. And then they forced themselves with France when they, you know, they helped Morocco down. But you notice when they still flying the red flag upon their ships, because they represent the emperor. So it's all behind maritime law. So as we building more in our treaty lab, what we doing, and they doing, that'll come more clear. Or the ship signals, because we do commerce too. Amity is commerce, amity friendship rather. Right. Commerce, that's, you gotta have sail across seas. So that's what the ship signals mean. You gotta be able to maritime law. So you seen that Morocco had jurisdiction over seas, or they called the 7 seas back then. And then you seen England constantly chipping away at it through the Isle of Man, okay, getting that contract from the Moors, Isle of Man, Northgate, some say. And then they coming in signing the Treaty Treaty in 1792. Remember, they started 4 March 1791 when they stole your privileges. And then in J Treaty of 1792 is when they got jurisdiction for maritime from England, because Morocco was on the decline, if y'all remember.
Right.
Make sense to you?
Yeah.
They had, they couldn't keep up with the ships and building and all that kind of stuff. So he lost a lot because he didn't really want to sign that damn treaty. But since he had agents that was representing him on the Continental Congress in that room when it got signed, a lot of people don't tell you that. They had like it was just a bunch of Caucasian men standing there with wigs on, the Whig Party, signing that treaty or signing that Constitution. No, the Emperor had agents everywhere in there. You feel me? So they can lie all they want, but the truth is true. That makes sense to you?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, brothers, I hope if you can let us know if you're okay with that in the chat. Thank you, Protector. Host, I yield.
Gratitude. All right, makes sense to me. There's another comment from Zahub. He says it makes sense. Yeah. All right, continuing with the 23rd, witches pardoned by Scotland, 2-year anniversary, over 400 years after the fact. Scotland is finally apologizing to the thousands of people that were accused of witchcraft and executed under the country's Witchcraft Act. Scotland's First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, made the announcement on International Women's Day, describing it as an, quote, egregious, historic injustice, end quote, in the formal posthumous apology. Similar to the way that the Salem witch trials resulted in dozens of false accusations, the Scotland Witchcraft Act made the practice of witchcraft or associating with witches a capital level offense, and was responsible for the deaths of an estimated 4,000 people, most of whom were women, from 1563 to 1736, end quote.
Wow.
Space dash wave the paper. That could be a typo. Interesting. 400 years after the fact.
400 years.
Any questions on the 23rd of that? Witch pardon? Any comments on that, Emperor, you'd like to make? If you're available or working? Not working? All right.
It shows the significance of
It does.
with the Emperor in January 2022. After that, look what happened. Now they're apologizing for what they did in Scotland to his great 13 times great grandmother in early 1500s.
That's right.
Oh yeah, you couldn't hear me. I was on the computer. You couldn't hear me. You also got to stay in there. They didn't think about pardoning no damn witches until I came and did a ceremony that freed my grandma from that 430-year spell that they've been lying about for 430 damn years. You feel me?
Right.
And so when I came and broke the spell, then they came out and apologized for the witches, the witches, because I cursed all of them. I told them I gave them 26,000 years. and then I said I'll let them see my face again, then I'll burn their soul out of existence. If they got one. That was said, and then they heard me say it. Then they came and said, we're gonna partner these damn witches. Maybe we can calm him down a little bit. Because he got the fire to burn every damn thing up. If that makes sense to you.
Perfect sense.
Y'all got that whole story, right?
Yes.
So you see, I made him nigga come out and apologize, right?
Yeah, you did.
Everybody was talking, you didn't hear nobody talking about witches. You heard something about a witch, it was such evil. Until I came along free my grandma. Once I did that, you seen everything changing.
Right. We did.
You watched it. You didn't have to. You just been on the ship. You seen everything change. They weren't talking about no witches. Why would they all of a sudden pardon witches?
Right.
Who did so important that they got to come in all of a sudden pardon witches?
Right. We knew why.
Things make you go,
They make you go,
Right.
Because you know what happened.
That's right.
You was a part of what happened. You live in it now. It makes sense to you, right?
Yes, Emperor, it does.
Right.
Never forget it.
Emperor, we have a question in the chat.
Come on.
Nana Shajar says, what does a pardon do for the people that died?
Nothing.
Or their souls?
Nothing. They doing their best to clean the slate because of my anger. And they know that I sit on that seat. So when that seat, remember the one, what did the Matabata Gospel say? The one we dreaded walks.
Walks.
You feel me? So
yeah.
They know that power, that royal bloodline is here. Don't get that bloodline anger, because with that authority he got, he can destroy the whole damn world, right?
That's
but
right.
We ain't hitting that right now, all right?
All right.
Some of y'all like living on this earth, right? Temporarily, right?
Well, temporarily. I was gonna say temporarily, yeah.
You want to get some oatmeal in the morning, right?
Yeah.
I done moved away from oatmeal. Good one.
I was just messing, man. You know, I ain't want to say get some bacon and eggs, you know.
Been down to bacon and eggs, but you know a lot of them still eat it.
They can't. It's program knowledge. Once they program, they can't separate.
Yeah.
But I yield. We good?
We good, Emperor.
All right. Now you're going 26. That's talking about the cheating now. That's a whole,
You just
that's
muted.
a whole nother venue.
Yes, it is, Emperor. And you muted again.
Emperor, you muted just in case you don't shoot.
Yeah, you muted yourself again if you wanted to continue. All right. He'll probably pick up 26, continuing with the 26th of June. Chi, quote in space, Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote, space dash space, solar return day. In parentheses, all cap, PBWH, peace be with him. And also on the 26th, UN Charter, Chapter 9, International Economic and Social Cooperation, Article 55, was signed. It is the foundational treaty of the United Nations, which establishes the purpose, governing structure, and overall framework of the UN system. Interesting. 79-year anniversary.
So they did that on June 26, 1945, right?
Right.
Right. That's when the Chief was born. So he's 79 this year?
That's right.
79
Oh,
this
wow.
year.
Right.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Well, he an 80-year-old in a 60-year-old body, right?
He cut, huh? Ain't nothing but to do but work out.
He been sick for 20 years.
Right.
I'm 58, number 2. So that was when they came and got him at where I'm at now.
Okay.
He been sick for 20 years. 79 years. He been sick for 20 years. So, woo-wee.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And he canceled the Zen festival during his Earth Day till they said till he get out. So, he
Okay.
already know what's happening. He be all right.
Right.
Ooh, boy, 20 years, boy, I tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Them prime years, 50, 60, 70, 80. Good gracious life.
Indeed.
He be all right, though. He got me on his side. He be all right.
You see?
I ain't worried about none of that. He already on the ship. He already said he on the ship waiting on me. But I sent him enough to make sure he know and he can move the way he want to move until certain things is done on this side of the government.
Right.
Lead him on that side, whatever he need to do, you feel me? But that's that way we can finally set that record straight. All right, anybody else got something?
Anything in the chat or the YouTube questions?
No further questions in the chat, Emperor.
Boss, they ain't got no question about Chief Black Eagle. He's the villain.
But they want to keep using.
Oh no, you remember I told you, they told me when I first stepped on the scene in 0506, they said if you just drop him, the whole world recognize you right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I said, drop him how? They said, what you mean, how? I said, that's my brother. What you mean, how? I said, he put the Constitution in the government. You can never drop him. What are you talking about? So they said, well, it's going to take you 20 years. It took me 20 years, right?
It did. But it got did. Right.
So I sat back and kept, I said, what? 20 years, okay. I got 20 to you. You see how quick 20 came and gone, right?
Right. I was gonna say he just didn't know, huh?
No, that's the people on the court side. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
No, not him. They told these judges and big time attorneys telling me, you know, you got 20 years, you don't do what we pay you to do, drop that, get him off, this and that. I tell them that's outside my language. Say, well, you got 20 years. I say, all right, well, I see look what 20 years produce. Look at the knowledge you was able to gain. Look at the wisdom you was able to gain. Look at the foundation you was able to do. And so now you ready to roll 20 years, right?
That's right.
I don't want to got old who think they old, right?
There's the one that think they old. And age ain't nothing but a number.
Some of them got old and died out. They should have been died out a while back, right?
Yeah.
I'm waiting on some more of them to come and die the hell out. Get off my damn ship. Right. I mean, because they just don't know how much they messing up out here with this foolishness, with this claiming they got some status and they don't exist. It's just crazy. And they can have all the class they want. They can teach every night. Yeah, he can be teaching tonight. No, that clown up there in Philly. And he got all these followers, and that's all they is, followers. I told you, I don't want no followers. I need leaders.
Right.
But followers, you get what he got, and they out there doing everything outside of the sun. They ain't got no vein, no damn way. They gonna force it on them. I'm like, come on, you got some niggas that talking about enforce the Constitution.
Right.
You know, for real. Just to put that on your website and say you claiming that you're gonna enforce a Constitution don't exist.
Right.
You can't even stand on the one you got already. You can't get outside the Queen, but you're gonna enforce some Constitution, you know. And like I said before, you see them putting out there getting stopped by the cops, talking your way out of this and that. They don't even understand the madness. You feel me?
Yeah.
The madness. Like I said before, I ain't gonna put my ID out. You see everything change. You feel me?
Right.
You ain't got time to talk to them. Talk to them for what? They're a corporate citizen. I gotta explain to you my status. No, I just give you my card and let you go put it in the system so you can run my status. If that makes sense to you.
Makes sense.
Been doing it for 20 years, though.
Right.
Listen, I was doing it when that boy de facto down in Georgia. He was trying to claim, you know, for the passports we made with 10 years. So he was telling people in 10 years, he gonna come back home begging because he can't use that passport no more. He didn't realize that I was already past the passport any damn way. They had me
busting
locked
this-
in. They had me locked in the system anyway. Social security number, foreign ID number, whichever name you want to spell my name, whichever way, they had me in the system. And whenever you pull me up, what you find? Nothing. Do not touch. Do
Right,
not put in the system. Do not register him nowhere. You feel me?
right. They don't want no touch, untouchable.
Do not touch. You feel me? So, but that's cool. Time to go. It's time. You got grown to go talk to the chief. So it's all in the midst. That way you can see this seal over here. You can finally get to what he came to give you. You feel me? Because you ain't got no clue on that. You got that boy. One of his some of his followers claim they know this and that, but whatever. They been ego ever since he stepped out the scene. They ain't seen him do a damn thing, but live off of his wisdom. You feel me? But they ain't bring nothing themselves. But anyway, we'll leave it alone for that one, right?
All right.
Moving. I yield.
All right. Gratitude.
Well, they say they killed over 4,000.
Yeah.
That's
4,000 people.
30,000. They say 40, 30. They say 4,000 to 30,000 they killed.
4,000.
1561, 1563 to 17. So
36.
15, 16, almost 180 years, 170 years. And they claim they only 4,000. You already know that's a lie.
Yeah.
Right. Nah, it's way
That's
more than you.
yeah, that's way that's 50,000 at least.
That might have been in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, probably, yeah. That's about how it was a day of 4,000, right?
Right. And most of them were women, that's
Exactly. No, you gotta realize that most of them got killed because their male chauvinist husband couldn't satisfy him and wanted somebody else and it went out in the street and said his wife was a witch, she got automatic stone.
Yeah.
So that you think about that madness. Oh, I'm tired of you. I don't need you no more. She's a witch. Next thing you know, you dead. You able to continue on murder somebody else and you get tired of her. She's a witch. And next thing you know, she dead. You feel me?
Right.
So why the cop out? You feel me? Like, damn. And you wonder why the women like they is now, right?
Wow.
Let me leave that alone. Come on, let's go. All right, where we at, y'all?
We just completed the 26th for Chief Colin Space, Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, quote. All right, 26, continuing. The number 135 appeared in the clouds over the North Pacific Ocean, viewed from the ISS, all cap, at 10:36 a.m. 1 year anniversary. That was no accident there. That 135. Could you elaborate on that 135, Emperor? We know.
Man, that's the number I chose. Doc got that. Chief Black Eagle got that number. And something happened that day. On that, something happened. Hold on a minute.
$135.
All right, my bad.
Here's me.
I was on two screens. Okay, so there ain't nothing to say. It's just confirmation. That who you is, the universe confirmation on you, and where you at right then. All that when they showed that 135, it was just letting you know you have journey. You on point. You on your path. You on your. It letting you know you cool.
Yeah.
So and whatever you done or whatever they say you done, whatever, it's clean. You good. The universe put a 135 in the freaking cloud. So on the 26th June. You feel me? So you know who I am, you know who he is. Then they said, well, at 10:36 a.m., which it could be 30:35 easy.
Right.
But they had to throw that 10:36 in there, in the Bible, John 10:36.
Right.
They had to carry that scripture in there, you feel me?
Right.
But come on.
Exactly.
So that was just confirmation of everything that's going on. And it happened on the chief day. And what I done for the chief, even keeping that witchcraft off of him, you feel me? So them niggas, he be dead by now. For real, though. No bullshit. They really have him dead so they can keep that far going.
Yeah.
Remember, they've been talking for him for 20 years, so you see they done got comfortable in it, you know. And that's why you see the family say, the real family say, what? They ain't got nothing to do with none of them clowns. They out there sabotaging their own chief. You feel me?
Right.
Remember that letter that guy came out? He turned gay and did everything. He said, "Oh, I promise, I didn't know you was gonna save me." And this and that. Like, bro, you sound stupid. You feel me? So
Yeah.
that's that madness you got out there on the planet. You know.
Indeed.
And then worshiping a man and not understanding and worshiping itself first. You feel me?
Right.
Like, remember back in the day, he said, I got those you see, I got those that follow me, and I got those that you don't see. You feel me?
Right.
I'm one of them you didn't see. It's amazing how they said it on 10:38 a.m., right? 1:35.
Right.
Crazy, ain't it? That was a year ago. That's your anniversary.
Yeah, first year anniversary.
Yeah. That's all changed. All right. So what we got here? 28?
Yeah. Noticeable point.
Right. Noticeable appointment on 28. Ordained, decree, declare activating in quote force the imperial office for his that's imperial that's majesty. Man, that's been a long time coming. So from July the 18th, 2007 to 28 June 2024, I finally grew into what? My office.
Your office.
And I'm still growing in it. And the official appellation for the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic for the country of United States, that states, because it was the other way around before, country of United States, you know. So we flipped that and got it officially right. Because like the chief said, you can't go out making them type of mistakes. And then we took out the Imperial Moroccan American Dash-Master Empire via Imperial CMYE government. Well, the Imperial Moroccan Master Empire don't exist, but the Imperial CMYE government for the public still exists. We don't need Imperial Moroccan Master Empire no more.
Okay.
It's all under that's all under my office now. We don't need that. We just didn't need that. We got 3 crowns. So I took over that crown. So that's absolute. But the emperor was absolute. So that absolute comes to my office now. Okay.
Yes.
So you don't need that republic, but the CMYE government for the republic is under CMYE, Continental American Empire Royal Seal. I was coming in when I was coming in with the empire, with the Maxim Empire, but not creating the visier seat that I had appointed over there. Did I appoint a visier over there? What was it? Or a mirror. I put a mirror over there as the head of that office. But like I said, there wasn't no need of keeping it because when nobody stand up and take that seat, and I ain't needed no more once I opened my office up. You feel me?
Right.
Because I didn't need that office nowhere. That's why you see me delegated T-Bone up there when I talk to him. You know, that seat, that's a man, that's a governing seat. So you got these leaders who claim to be leaders. I gave them a seat. They didn't want to use it. With full faith and credit and authority. So that outside that, I don't need it no more. Because I shut it all down. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is under Imperial Royal Office now. For his, that's Imperial, that's Majesty, all that. That's good? You good?
Yes, indeed.
Sorry, host. There's a question in the chat from YouTube. Park Ave presenters. What does Park Ave presenters? What does 58 number 2 add up to?
What?
What does 58 number 2?
Oh, that
You muted yourself, Emperor.
Muted.
bad.
There you go.
58 number 2 is I don't go no older. I don't get no older. I don't age no more. Once I opened up the gates and broke that spell, a part of that opening a gate was immortality or everlasting. So I'm at 58, number 2. So this August 31st will be celebrating going into 58, number 3. But I don't go over 58. So 1,000 years from now, I'll be 58, 1,000. You know, so I ain't going nowhere. That makes sense to everybody.
Indeed.
All right.
So that's eternal, huh?
Hey, that came with a gift. I ain't know. You know what I mean? I
Right.
didn't find out till after I did it. You feel me?
Right.
Remember before that, I was saying, if you really knew the job you had, you might not have took it. Remember I was saying that?
Yeah.
All the hell I had it, all the pain and stuff I was going through, right?
Right.
And then on the end, what you get? Immortality. Like, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I can hang with that mortified being. Straight up, dog. Seeing him in person. Anyway, we good, right?
Right.
All right. So what else we got? Ship seen delivered Thomas Barkley, American agent, 1786 for one Ramadan AH 1200. That's okay. That happened on 28. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Ship seen about, and then you do the nose appointment, right?
Right.
That's off chain, ain't
Yeah.
time right in, right?
Yes, it does.
All right. What else we got, y'all? Because it's 8 o'clock, right?
Next, yes, it is, Emperor. Next slide. All right, and now we have reached the summary of celestial occurrences in the month of June, 2024. From the 1st of June to the 30th. You got your lunar occultation.
Oh, you got the comet coming through on the 30th?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
So the full moon is right now the 22nd. That's where we at.
Right.
Then the 27th. Lunar constellation of Saturn. Okay. But we just had Pluto cross into Jupiter after 500 years. So that's happening right now between the new moon and now. That planet alignment. Okay.
That energy. Hmm.
All the angels ain't going nowhere. I tell you, the angels ain't going nowhere for at least a year.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to stay in tune with it. Then you had a new moon. Oh, new moon's on 6. I thought it was on 3rd. It's on 6. That's right. We did have this on. All right. That's a whole lot going on this month, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
June kicking it. Then we got the solar eclipse, June, summer solstice. And you know the full moon come in after this call. Y'all know that, right?
Yes.
I think it come in at
Yes.
9.
908 or something like that.
Yeah, 9:05, something like that. 90, something like that. So we get on the call at 8. I know y'all ain't trying to. I know y'all are attempting to run this to 9 o'clock. The full moon coming at 9.
Okay. What time it goes?
Yeah, tonight.
Yeah.
So y'all got y'all full moon gear on?
And prepare, yes, absolutely.
You got prepared. All right, come on, what you got?
All right. Next slide. What it- All right. The ability to keep the earth, watch celestial occurrences, and continually evolve without measure rests in our ability as Nama Earth-keepers to exercise our innate culture and the ability to govern self on our own territory under our own venue and jurisdiction. Part 3 of the live full strawberry/full-moon dives into the imperial laws that govern the sovereign territory, in parentheses, depicted below, of the ECMYE-IRKR. Okay. See link below or visit the ECMYE-IRKR Royal Registry to read along.
Yeesh.
Yeesh.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's an old map there too.
Mm.
I can't wait to see some of them old pirate maps that they say don't exist.
Right.
That's gonna be nice.
Oh, we all good. It's gonna get better. All right, so where we at, y'all? What's next?
Well, next we start the reads, Emperor. So this is a good time to cut it short for the night and begin our
End of the slides.
mission readings. Next slide, please. This will show us where the emperor, where we are. See there? We'll go back. Thank you.
All right, going to the mission.
Yes. All right.
Oh, y'all ready for the mission this time? Dun, dun, dun. All right. All right, what time is it?
It is 2010,
Oh,
2011.
it's past 8 o'clock.
It is past 8 o'clock, Emperor.
Oh, cool. All right, then, so y'all can enjoy the full moon when they come in an hour. They come in at 9:08.
That is correct.
So 8:11 now?
Yes, Emperor.
Okay, so it comes in an hour. So y'all get yourself and enjoy your full moon, all right?
All
And,
right.
get some reading in and get some knowledge in. We do this tomorrow night and get into the mission, right?
Yes.
Yes. Cool. Everybody cool? You had a good time?
Oh, yes.
Great time.
Information.
Make sure everybody got their questions asked. All right, so let's move this ship, y'all. See y'all tomorrow, all right?
Right. Yeesh.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
To our audience, we would like everyone to keep in mind that the RCAP H.E.M. colon space decrees and grants limited delegated authority to all nominationals, non-executive directors, in parentheses, NEDs, all cap, and non-directors, in parentheses, NDs, all cap, who are skilled and qualified to operate the sovereign state jurisdiction. The purpose is to implement and advance the modalities of commerce and cultural variegations for the properly formed and operational republic state pursuant to the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic or the country of United States, small s. In closing, I/we would like to thank the Universal Traveler, Dweller, Emperor, H.E.M. colon space, Samhu, a mini ray, quote, a Delo Yi, end quote. And I/we would like to thank the Imperial Royal Princess, Princess Huhaika Samson L. Moreover, gratitude to all of our Imperial Dynamic, well, yes, readers or what I've read. Gratitude to all the nominationals working behind the scenes today and our viewing audience for their attendance and participation in questions. Be certain to mark your calendars for tomorrow, 22 June 2024 at 1700, in parentheses, 5 p.m. EST, for the continuation of the Summer Solstice Full Strawberry / Fennel Moon Live Reading Series celebration. With that, we say, Salam Alaikum with magic, and may the dweller be with you, divine beings, and may you continue to be a universal traveler, colon space, dweller - emperor, colon space, Samhu, a mini ray, quote, a Delo Yi, end quote, divine being. Thank you. Smiley face.
Smiley face.
Yeesh. Smiley face.
Smiley
Alaikum, Shaul.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Salam
Alaikum,
alaikum.
Sahu. Got you.
Salam alaikum,
All right, we good?
Good.
All right, 9, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See y'all tomorrow. Some of y'all see y'all on the call at 11 and 1300 tomorrow, all right? Eesh.